Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Immersion Diversion as I fix my cameras. How is everyone doing? I have.
Good.
There you are. Okay, cool. Alright, now I need to fix this, but I'll get to that in a sec. We are back. I am Neil from Immersion Diversion. This is Roll for Immersion, and we are playing Pokemon Tabletop. Well, Pokemon Space Odyssey. On our Pokemon Tabletop United rules. We are playing on Fantasy Grounds, our VTT of choice. We use it for rolling dice, maps, initiative tracking, attacking, stuff like that. Fun little images and whatnot. The music you hear right now is by Zame, but I also use music from Sanity, Blitzit, Glitch City, and Galax. I have to thank them for letting us use their music, even though they mentioned that it's free to use, but I still say thank you. You guys are awesome. And we play the music through Sirenscape, a online sound board? Not soundboard, it's a sound set kind of thing. But yes, essentially we play our music through that so that you can hear it, and we can use it for the amazing combats and amazing dungeon crawls and stuff like that. And I'm getting through this kind of quick, so hi guys, hello to my players.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm updating Fantasy Grounds.
Sounds good.
Currently eating dinner, so sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize you were here, Ed. Hi.
I'll bring you on screen when you wish to be on screen, so yeah. Alright, anyway, so we are now going to be introducing the players. Sean, why don't you start us with Robert and Gizmo?
Robert is an Animus Lucario person, and he lived on a planet that is still constantly in war. It has been for millennia. Well, centuries at the very least. And he realized that life was really, really shitty. And he flew off to become a Pokemon professor at a university. And his obsession grew a little too much, and he had to take a sabbatical. And Gizmo is his little Q-fetch that he hatched out of a fossil, and kind of was like his class pet for a while. Yeah.
I love hearing that you just hatched him out of a fossil.
Well,
That is
'cause,
technically what it is.
Technically, you revive them from a fossil, and then you hatch them out of an egg.
Same
so
thing.
it's like,
It's
so,
good.
yeah, it's kind of similar.
That's awesome. All right, River, why don't you tell us who Echo and Navi are?
Echo is an android hailing from Pinocchio, which we are in, and currently not happy towards something that created the light and all that other junk. But regardless, yeah, they are on a journey to find out what the hell emotions are. And Navi is a Krillia, recently evolved routes that helps Echo with finding their emotion.
Hell freaking yes. Alright, since Edward is eating, we'll move to Henry and Eduardo. Johnny!
Hello.
Tell us about him.
Henry, if nobody here knows, is a boring ass human from Zoakuro. He's a chronicler. He's also a coordinator. Loves the showmanship. Ted Wardo is like his best friend.
Yeah.
Who he had met.
Oop. You might have been muted, Johnny. Oh, because he's redacting, yeah.
Uh,
I was like, what the
I was
heck?
saying, I think that was on. I think that might have been on purpose.
Yeah, true. I just,
Yes.
I
Yes,
didn't
it
even
was.
I could
realize.
read your
I was
lips. I knew what you said. Uh-huh.
Did you?
like,
What did I say then?
I can't say because it's supposed to be a secret.
Yes.
Harry. Ooh. -10 for Echo. Okay, cool. So, really quickly, Echo, for your next D10 roll. Oh, wait, we're getting a bunch. Oh, that was higher. Okay. So, Echo and Henry, you get a -10 to your next Pokemon capture roll. So, it'll help you, in this regard, minusing is actually helpful, because you want to roll lower than the numbered. -10 for both. Yep.
Yeah.
So Henry and Echo. We also have a Robert and an Adolphin. But yes. Thank
Nice.
you, Henry. All right, Edward. Do you want me to introduce Adolphin, or do you got it?
I'll do it quick
Okay.
because my food is delicious and I can't stop eating it.
Oh, it's fine.
Edelfem is a elf from Zipso, and weirdly, I actually need to be looking at the screen, otherwise I will not be able to do a thing. Yes, he is a elf from Zipso. Why is that not working? There we go. And well, he left for reasons. You'll have to find those out later. And well, now he met these guys, is learning a lot about the world around him, and is now, well, shit happened.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a fucking clue what happened, but shit happened, and now we're fighting a monster. Yay!
Yay! That's awesome. All right, and yes, Nocturnal Wolf Dog also gave Adolphin and Robert a -10 to their next capture roll as well.
You get a
Thanks.
-10. You get a -10.
Yeah.
You get a -10.
So be sure to write them down because those do stack. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks, Rafiki.
My name today is Why Does It Hurt? Why does it hurt, Rafi?
Thank you. Thank you. Why
Feel
does it
better
hurt?
though. I hope you feel better though. With that, oh yeah, I have to. Everybody has made their own hero forges, as you can see to the left of their picture. Everybody's picture looks amazing and awesome. +10 for all DM counter rolls. Oh no!
No, don't do that. Don't
So
do that.
if I try to
That's
capture
any...
stuff-
No, that's any counter roll.
Oh!
Yes, yes, Nocturnal. Yes, yes. Keep going with that. Keep going with that.
All right.
Wrong
awesome.
game.
So the next capture roll that's made will also be at a +10 for them. So whatever their capture rate will be, I will add a +10 to it. And I gotta write that down so I don't forget as well. Actually, that'll be easier for you guys because for the capture rate to go up, it means it's easier for you guys to roll lower.
Yeah.
Also, Nocturnal. I hope you have changed yourself up and you don't cause harm to anybody else, because full moon stuff.
The full moon stuff, yeah. Alright. So, I have to thank you guys all for being here and hanging out with us in chat. You earn channel points for being there, as Rafi has shown. You can help increase capture rate rolls, lower capture rate rolls. You can give rerolls, insight bonuses. You can heal their Pokemon or themselves back up to full with the Pokemon Pocket Center. You can donate channel, or you can give magic items, which means if a player of your choosing gets a magic item up to a certain amount of money, dependent by me, from the magic shop, from the PTU core rulebook shop, and if one isn't decided, then we roll a d4 to find out who gets it. If you wish to donate money, donate responsibly, but donate generously if you wish to. You can donate $1 to help give them consumable items. Hey! Nocturnal Wolf Dog, thank you for the subscribe. Which means the next Pokemon that shows up also we have on the list for as a shiny. So I'll bring that up as well too at the end of that. So we're up to 11 now though. But yes, for $1, you can donate consumable items to them, which means it's like you can give them usually it's in sets of 5, so you can give them 5 potions, 5 antidotes, paralyze heals, stuff like that. For $5, you can donate a Pokeball, which is you can see below Henry's picture there. Pokeballs are essentially hero points. They can use them to reroll, keep them alive at 1 HP, keep their Pokemon alive at 1 HP, and they can also use them as a false swipe add-on effect to their move that they use, essentially making it so the Pokemon doesn't fall below 1 HP. I can also get Master Balls from those $5, which are essentially the same as here the Pokeballs, but for me, I get to use them to cancel their Pokeballs, or I can use them to reroll for myself, or I can use them, and they can all the Pokeballs and Master Balls can be used to create mayhem. Basically, essentially rules that don't happen in the game, or just nonsense that wouldn't make sense. It might make sense then with them. For $10, you can go ahead and give their plot twists, flashback cards, and hero cards. Plot twists and flashback cards are used to kind of change up the story a little bit, throw the game at least a little bit of the session for a loop. Plot twist cards change the encounter. Flashback cards can change the encounter by making either the player remember something they had forgotten, or maybe they have an item they forgot they had with them, and they gain said item depending on the flashback card. Or they can get a hero point card, which essentially gives a free Pokeball as the hero point Pokeball, but can also, if it translates well, give them a cool one-use move. Ability, that can help them throughout the game, or throughout that whenever they use it. For $15, you can donate a crit token, which is exactly what it is. It's a natural 20, or I guess in this case it'd be the GS ball, like Echo and Henry have. And they can use them to essentially do a nat 20, or they can use it on a Pokeball throw, which on a crit capture roll gives a plus 10 normally, but if they use the crit token, they'll get a plus 20. And so, for $20, you could donate the random encounter. Essentially, a really strong Pokemon shows up, not like super strong, but it's a strong wild Pokemon shows up to fight the party. Or create mayhem in the area, and the players can either defeat it, capture it, run away from it, and whatever they end up doing, they either get a free Pokemon with an item with it holding an item, so they get an item with it as well. For $25, you can buff the creatures, you can buff Pokemon, giving them more levels, giving them more stats, giving them a new type, a move they wouldn't normally have, stuff like that. For $30, you can donate a magic item, essentially a buffed item that we create that is not in the Pokemon tabletop store, but it's made for the player of your choice. Either you can make something for them, or me and the player can talk about it as we make it for that. And I will get you on screen in just one moment. And for the but at the same time, $30 also can spawn a legendary Pokemon and create a legendary encounter. It will interfere with what the players are doing. The players can either fight it and then try to capture it, or defeat it, or run away. Same thing like the random encounter, except it's a legendary Pokemon. And last but not least, for the secret menu item of $50, it's the secret menu item, but I call it the Unknown Mysteries. It's a one-time mention item offer that helps the players out immensely. It can change up the story it can give the players a quest that at the end will give each, it will give an important item that'll help you know, they'll get a bunch of items. If it's a quest, I probably would do something like that. Like, if it's a quest, I would give a bunch of rewards for that. And also, so today's Unknown Mysteries, I'm actually gonna make it the same as last week. Now that everyone's here, you know, they'll get a lot more than it was offered last week. So, and because some of the players weren't here last week, I will bring it up again. There's an item in the Pokemon games called an ability capsule. What it essentially does in the games is Pokemon can either have one or two abilities, but they can only get one, so one or the other. And if you use the ability capsule, it switches it to the other. There's another one called an ability patch, which changes it to the high ability. Now, since abilities in this game are based on levels, like you get another one when you hit level 20, and you get another one when you hit level 40. So with this, an ability capsule will change an ability that they have, and only one ability, to an ability they have access to. And because they catch a lot of wild Pokemon that just have an ability that they don't get to choose, these would be really effective at changing the ability they don't like to the one they do like. They will, for beating this fight, or when the secret menu item happens, they will each be given one. And if they happen to beat today's fight, either today or next week or whenever it happens, they will get an additional one per phase, like per player. So it'd be, they each get 4, and then it'd be 4 times the number of phases that this boss has, which is it's a secret, but they will get that many ability capsules, which they can then use on their Pokemon to change the ability to what they want to.
Sorry, as a heads up, I actually have to get going for a sec, but I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
you're
forgot
good.
I had something I needed to do today.
So that is
I'll be back in a bit.
okay, no problem. So that is today's secret menu item. Oh, and then with subscriptions, every new subscription and resub, I'm not doing it with gifted subs because that would get way out of hand. But for every new sub and gifted resub, a shiny Pokemon spawns. Or if they're fighting a Pokemon and none of them are shiny, or then they become shiny, and it changes it up quite a bit. So they can get some cool effects going on Pokemon, like maybe a small Pokemon becomes large, or maybe a Pokemon changes typing, or there's a bunch of different stuff that can happen. So hey, Kelly. Thank you
Maybe
for the
a large
resub.
Pokemon becomes small.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, and I brought it up with my players because we need to get to fighting more wild Pokemon at some point. But we are now at 12, 12 shinies. The next 12 wild Pokemon that show up will be shinies. So, all right. With that,
It's just a horde of shiny Pachirisu.
That'd be funny. Just be like, all right, you're fighting 12 of this one Pokemon. But yes, with that, we will get started then. Last time on the PTU, and once again, I gotta fix your thing, because I always forget. Let me just do this quick while I'm doing it. Boop. My bad. Boop and boop, and then we get, there you go, there he is. Last time on PTU, on the Pokemon Space Odyssey, the players had dealt with the mysterious light that showed up from the crystal. It had gone into Adelphin and essentially killed him. But the light had reshone back up and somehow revived him, and so because of the energy that was used to do so, the energy has made, or this whatever has gone inside of him is now dormant. Henry, having discovered something in the background, which we will get into, ran off to deal with that, and we will get that as we will do that as before we get into the fight that we had continued from last week. So, all right. Oh my God, Callie, thank you so much for the $15. That's awesome. What would you like to do with the 15? You can. There's. Okay, I'm seeing this correctly. Robert, Adelfin, and Neil don't have a hero jinx point. Yes. If so, one for each. So, I have a jinx point. They're the master balls in the corner over there. But yes, I do have one. But yes, I will take another one. So, so we got Robert, Adelfin. Get a Pokeball. So that's awesome. Unless you want to give it to Echo, you can do that as well. Robert was that one. Adelfin was that one. Yep. And then Echo doesn't have one kill yet. Yeah. So the L's was not 20. Yep. Yep, that one is. Okay, so yeah, Echo, you will also get a hero point. Whoops.
Yay!
There we go. Yay, now everyone's got at least one. Awesome. We need more pounds. GG. Nice. Okay. Sorry, I have to go really quick to... here was... Henry. Sorry, I had to think for a second.
Me.
Henry, you have exited the light that was surrounding you in as you were being guided somewhere. But then the guiding light has pulled you outside of this light dome. And I think I didn't bring this up before to you. You saw the giant colossal dragonite in front of you made of light. And also a black, like almost rock, like almost a cylindrical rocks coming out of the ground underneath it. And I believe you ran towards it, correct?
I did. I also remember that Dragonite was like, oh, fuck
yeah,
this,
yeah.
and then left.
Yep. So as you continued on, the light has, behind you has shrunken, gone into the crystal. You have noticed this, and you're kind of far away at this point, but so you can't really see what's going on with Robert and Adelfin and Kate. But you do know that they were following you, and you were following Adelfin at one point. But they are over there now. But the light has faded, and so has the light from the giant dragonite has faded. It has shrunk. Still big, but is now shrunken, and has flown away. And all that's left underneath it is a stone cylinder rock. That is still too far away for you to kind of see.
Well, I'm absolutely going towards it.
As you get closer, I will say it's kind of, I would have you roll perception check, but you're gonna see it as you get close anyway, as time goes by. So you eventually come up to what seems to be a pillar. It has a bunch of lines in it to give detail, and it's strange. It's like it's just coming out of the ground, and it's got a base like a basin kind of spot. You suddenly feel light coming from your bags, or from your bag.
Would it be a warmth?
Yeah, you feel warmth coming from your bag.
As much as I like to think I can feel light, I can't. I can feel the heat from it, but not much else.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I'm to assume that they're both glowing if I look in there.
Yeah, you open your bag and you see what looks to be a blue and a red light coming from your bag, but they're not combining in a way to make a new color. It's almost like they're fighting against each other, like a wall has been put up between the two lights. What do you do?
Other than jot this down for later, if memory serves, I'm going to grab the, what was it, the Nova Crystal?
Okay. You go and reach in and grab the blue crystal from your bag. And you pull it out. It seems to get brighter as you pull it out now that it's a little closer to the pillar.
Hold on, I gotta make this a little more accurate.
Oh, you're gonna make a blue light. Oh. Oh.
I kind of do one of those where I'm like squinting at it because I'm sure it's really bright.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's super bright.
And I look at the pillar. It's just kind of one of those scenes where you look back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Does it grow brighter as it gets closer to the pillar?
Yes, it not when you're slowly doing it though. It just gradually gets brighter.
Yeah. But if I were to do something
But
like,
it's like, but yeah, it goes whoop whoop whoop, and it's not like a white glow. It's like a bluish glow.
yeah,
Yeah, bluish light.
I'm gonna slowly but surely, assuming that everything behind me is okay, place the
Really?
crystal on the pillar.
First you look behind you, and there's no more light. You seem to be. It seems they've been able to take care of whatever that glowing dome was. But the
Cool.
the crystal is no longer lit either, though. Because you could tell the shape of the crystal from as far as back as you were. Or, yeah, I'll say you can.
The big one,
Yeah.
not the small one, the big one.
Yep. All right. So you said you put the crystal on the pedestal,
Yes.
the pillar. As you go to put it on there, the light the blue light almost starts to shine from the inside out even more, almost becoming like a neon glow. But the light dissipates and kind of pulls itself back into the crystal. And then the pillar, the lines that were in the pillar from the crystal start to fill in with the neon blue.
Mm-hmm.
As they end up filling in completely, you see a white dot, like almost like a flash of light, but not like a super bright flash, like a flashbang kind of thing, but just a little, almost what looks like a star appears above the pillar. And then it slowly gets bigger, wider, almost oval shaped, and it turns blue. Looks kind of like the portal you had seen before, the green one.
I mean, while this is happening, I'm probably taking a few steps back.
Yeah. It's a good thing you do too, because this whatever this thing is, you assume you don't know what this thing is, but it's like 20 foot tall and 10 foot wide.
Well, if I know anything about the occult,
15
which
foot
I'm
wide.
rather proficient in, it's that you never stand too close to whatever the hell's happening.
Yeah. As you step back, you see almost like a hand come through and grab onto the edge of the portal, or of the you would assume is a portal now because there's something coming through it. So
Right.
It's like one hand grabs on, another hand grabs on the bottom right as the first one grabs on the top left, and two more hands come in and kind of grab the ground as it pulls itself through. One of them is holding a golden spear,
Oh,
like a trident spear kind of thing.
oh no.
And as it comes out, it also looks like it's made of blocks, wooden blocks. As it comes out in almost like a fashion of a falling tower where it goes clunk, 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 into a pile of wooden blocks. Then these strings shoot out of it and almost start pulling it together, and it kind of goes and stands up, and it just, when it finishes, its sequence, it then kind of just looks at you, and it's just staring at you. This thing, you don't know what it is. You could roll me some kind of knowledge check. I would say either occult or Pokemon education.
I think you know the answer to that one already.
Occult? Yeah.
It's absolutely going to be a cult. I think the only thing going through Henry's mind right now, at this very moment, is, God damn it, why did I become a chronicler and not a photographer? Ain't no way I'm going to draw this. Where the hell? There we go. Just needed to double check. Right. Occult. 18.
18. Yeah, you are not quite sure what this thing could be, but you can definitely say it is not a Pokemon.
Well, I'm just gonna stare back at it.
It just stares back at you.
And I'm gonna continue staring at it.
At this point, Adelphin, Adelphin, Robert, and it was just Adelphin and Robert have come up next to you, and they see what is in front of you.
I've taken no notice because I'm not looking away from it.
I will say, a couple episodes back, there was a bit of a conversation on what this thing was. If you recall, Edward, what it was, you can bring it up.
It was a while ago. My brain.
That's fine.
Right now.
If you'd like, I
I
can just kind of...
The conversation went along the lines of, "What is this? Is it a Pokemon? We don't know what it is. Let's approach it. Let's approach it."
Yes.
And
So...
we did, and
Yeah,
it got
you guys-
hostile.
Yeah, you guys started walking towards it, and it kind of took the spear in almost a defensive stance and grabbed it with two hands, one on each side.
And basically almost battered Q-Fetched into
Yeah.
oblivion. Murdered him,
Robert
almost.
decided to have Q-Fetch try to go around it and kind of smack it from behind, but before it even had the chance, he kind of clattered a bit, and then he took the spear and right on top of Q-Fetched. Did 46 damage with a regular swing, and then combat started.
Yeah. I hope its
So that's-
Exoskull is okay.
So that's kind of where we are now. Let's get the fight going, the fight music going on. If I can find it. What the heck was that song?
Just a quick FYI, I might need to quickly disappear to pick up groceries,
Okay,
which are being delivered to me.
no problem. Alright. So, Henry, what you see in front of you, it looks to be a puppet. This puppet has been using its ability to kind of move back and forth to avoid most of the damage that has been coming through. It jumped into the ground after you had Cinequil use smokescreen, or after it excuse me, I got hiccups. It kind of pulled itself into the ground, and you realized what was kind of happening, so you made a record of what it was doing, and you made a record of Phantom Force.
Okay.
But then using your command action to command Cinequil, Cody to use smokescreen on Adelphin and Robert just in case. It then came out of the ground and went to spear Robert from behind, almost like a sneak attack kind of thing. And the smokescreen definitely helped out as Adelphin came in and used his kinesis to essentially shove the spear out of the way, and it avoided doing a massive hit to Robert. And then Robert turned right around and just annihilated his core with a punch of focus blast. Still not down, but eventually it crumbled apart. As it crumbled, the pieces started to move again as it kind of started building itself back together. It wasn't fully together before a blast from the sky of silver showed up as your guys' spaceship came out of nowhere, from the side, and Echo jumped off the ship and landed with his Golett to join the fight as well. I'm
only picturing it with the superhero landing and all.
That's what John said, yeah. What Robert was saying. But I kind of imagine it like it was. He did Echo did the superhero landing. Golett just landed on his ass and created this big shockwave. And just
Golett did a cannonball
yeah.
all the way down.
It's a fucking crazy.
Dirt splash.
They managed to combine their efforts. Adolfin got a good 2 crits in 2 different rows in a row. Managed to flinch it, so he couldn't actually do much. But they cursed it, they burned it, they flinched it, and then once again it fell apart. Now it's clattering again, but this time it is only able to pull itself into one really long, essentially caterpillar-looking creature of a puppet.
Oh god.
Yes.
Not a phalanx puppet.
I am so glad you said caterpillar looking creature.
Right. And with that, now we are back into the encounter. So let me open my map quick, and I will swap to the other screen. Here we go. Oops. Alright. So, this is what you see in front of you, or as what's happening in the fight. Alright, so, who goes first? I have to go to my Guardian quick. Okay, so he's got... Oh, there we go. Okay, so, as he comes back together, all the effects that you put on him, the burning, the curse, what else did he have on him? I think, the AC reductions, I believe.
And the vortex.
Oh yeah, the vortex too. There was a fiery vortex from Firespin made by Cosmo, the Vulpix. And so, as he comes back together, all of the effects just get swift off. The fiery vortex and the burn get pulled into his lantern that that acts as the end of his tail, while the spear got sucked into his mouth, so it's acting as like a tongue. And the curse just kind of gets lifted away as it's a new form. So with that, it is Cosmo. Sean's not here right now, but so it's Cosmo. We'll come back to Cosmo. So it's Echo right now with Cody on deck.
Alright, since that all happened, I think I gotta do a very simple, a very simple confuse ray,
Awesome. Let me get all the cameras up quick. There we go.
I forgot how to open the map.
Go to the...
Ed, you're muted.
Yeah, you are muted, Ed. You're still muted there.
I know.
Oh.
I know. It's fine. I'm deliberately muted.
Okay, got it. Sorry. Let me do this. Now I forgot what I was saying.
Me opening the map.
Oh, yeah. So if you go to the combat tracker, up top it looks like 2 swords
Yep.
crossing each other. And then you go to Henry, just double click on your image, on your picture.
There we go.
Yep. right.
I've got grid, but I have no map. It'll load eventually.
Does confusion have a to hit or
Yeah, it does.
or not
it has
confusion? Confuse ray.
Confuse Ray is AC of 2.
Okay. I want to see something. If I, oh no, I have to. Okay, so if it's an okay, so AC of 2, and he has a 2 AC. You rolled a 6, so 4. Yep, you definitely hit.
Now he's confused.
Yeah. Confused. Let me add that to his sheet again.
And I am going to move a little bit right over here. Then I'm done.
Okay. So after we said it was Cody.
Cody's on decks, yeah.
Yep. So actually, let me hit this and then Cody.
Ooh. I like that little tracker. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, and then you said Gullet was next. Okay. Or Gullet was your guy. Yeah, Gullet, Obsidian on deck. Sorry.
Okay. By the way, I'm back now, so if you
Okay.
do stuff for me.
We haven't actually done anything yet. Only Echo it, Cody, or
Okay.
you could have. Actually, we'll have Cody go, and then we'll have Cosmo go.
Okay.
Because Cosmo's in the first
Yeah.
finish, but yeah, we kind of went out of order for a little bit. So yeah, Cody, you go, and then we'll go to Cosmo, and then it'll be Obsidian.
What is cone again?
Cone is like, actually, you can actually do this. Cone would be essentially like a square, like a spread.
So it would go like out in front 1 and then 3 and then 5.
Yeah. So here's a cone. If I,
Okay.
yeah. So like here's a 15-foot cone,
All I needed to know.
and then you can like drag it and stuff too. So
Okay.
yep.
So we're gonna do a funny and put our sweet contest skills to the test, and he's simply just going to walk up and leer at it.
He's gonna walk up to him and leer.
Yeah, because it's
Alright.
it's a cone 2, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Move him forward, and then so it's a
Working on
10
it.
foot.
So, dumb question. Where
Yep.
does our puppet friend end on this?
He would, it would be like this square to this square he's in right now too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
he's
can
a
literally
4x4.
just be like,
He's a 4. He's
Eh.
a 4x4. Yeah.
all right, we doing the leer.
Right there. And then you said it's 2 meters.
It's a cone.
Or
It's-
cone of
yeah,
2.
it's a cone 2. Yeah,
Whoops.
friendly cone 2. But
Yeah. So 10 foot like that. That'll
Yeah.
work. Nice. Okay. So roll your AC.
give him that look.
He has
Cody.
a 2 right now. So. Oh.
He flubbed it.
Dang. Unfortunately, your leer goes past him as he doesn't even get a chance to look at you.
Yeah, Cody is kind of doing a 1,000-yard stare right now. Sorry.
All right. Oh, thank you for doing that. I was gonna.
And then a little poof just comes out of his rear end.
All right. Anything else for Cody?
Nope, that's all.
All right. Next, so it technically it would be Cosmo because we skipped Cosmo for the first one. So, Cosmo,
E.
your vortex has disappeared. By
don't-
the way.
That is exactly why it's going to reappear. I will need you to roll for it.
Okay. What's the AC?
Let me find my sheets and I will.
I'll still roll. So it's,
Where did it go?
I rolled a 16. It'll hit.
Oh yeah. It's like
So-
a 4, I think.
What's the damage on it?
It's-
Oh yeah, I guess you still need to pull that up for that.
yeah. So there it is, fire speed. Yeah, it's a 4 AC. So it is a 1d6 plus or 1d8. Sorry, plus
Okay.
17.
Plus 17. Okay. All right, 21. And it was
In
the
special.
special. Yep. Okay, so fire. That was fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Special. So. Oh yeah, I got my phone this time, so I can use my calculator. Sweet.
And he is in a vortex again.
Okay.
Trying to keep this thing next to Robert.
Okay. So. Oh yeah, I gotta go.
Robert
here.
wants to be the only target.
Okay.
Only hit me. Oh, one of us.
Alright, so this vortex of fire shows up around him. He doesn't seem too bothered by it as he's still in the process of, like, he's almost what looks to be, would be, like, half built, if you know what I mean. Like, he's there, but he's still being put together. But yeah, he didn't seem to be much affected by it. But yes, the vortex is there. Do I have an effect for
I don't
vortex?
care if he didn't get hurt. I just want to make sure he doesn't move.
I don't have an effect for vortex, so we'll just remember that and I'll put that in later on. I kind of forgot about that. Alright, anything else for Cosmo?
Cosmo technically needed to move forward once.
Oh, okay. So, like, right there? Okay.
I need to pop and grab.
Those
grab my
fire spins are
groceries.
going
I'll send you a message.
Yeah, no problem. Alright, so Obsidian, next it would be your turn.
Yay! You know what Obsidian is going to do? I just gotta get to Obsidian's sheet for a moment. I'm gonna Shadow Punch it up.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's an automatic hit, but of course I gotta reroll still.
Is Shadow Punch, you said Shadow Punch?
Yeah, Shadow Punch.
Is it a melee attack?
It is a physical.
Yes, but what's the range on it? Melee or ranged?
6. I'm like within range.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting that punch is a ranged attack. I always
Yeah,
think punches for melee.
it's actually really well portrayed in Pokken Tournament. Because when Gengar uses it, a portal opens and then his fist just comes through it.
Oh, okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool.
Which is all. It also makes sense why it's a. Oh,
So
it's not for mind.
you rolled a 2?
Yep.
Damn.
Don't mind me, I'm stupid.
Alright, that misses, unfortunately. Unless-
No, it automatically hits. It automatically hits, but you told me last session that I could still roll to see if I could get a crit.
I forgot that was an auto hit move.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. What was it called again? I'm just gonna pull it up so I can.
Shadow Punch.
Shadow Punch.
Thank you. So I need to sneeze. So I one second. I can't mute myself.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Good
jeez.
choice.
Oh, thank you.
One more? No.
Nope. No, which means the end is gonna world. The world is gonna end. I mean,
Yep.
Oh.
Shadow Punch cannot miss.
nice. Okay, that's right. We forgot that on a natural 1 it misses. On a natural 20, it's so crits. So.
On a
But
natural
on a-
one, you punch yourself in the back of the head.
All right. Anything else for Obsidian?
Besides rolling damage.
Oh yeah. Sorry. My bad. You said this was physical.
Ghost physical.
Nice. Oh, actually, you don't need to roll damage because as it goes to punch it, the claw goes right through it.
Oh. So it was not effective.
It was not effective.
Aha! Thank you, Obsidian. You told me what type this thing is now.
I kind of forgot.
Yeah. All right.
Heads up, this thing is now a normal type. Just calls that out to the rest of the group.
Noted.
All right.
Jots
Anything
it
else?
down anyway.
Obsidian?
Obsidian just looks at it and goes, "Oh shit! Oh no!"
All right. Next would be Adelfin, but he is away right now. So we will come back to him after Henry's turn, with Luthu technically on deck. But if he's also not back to do Luthu, then it is the puppet's turn. So Henry for now.
Question.
Yep.
So, yeah. Is my other crystal glowing?
No, not anymore.
Okay. Had to be sure. Oh God, what can I even do? Shoot, that throws my
If
plans
you
out
wish,
the window.
if you wish, you can do some like knowledge skills to try and find out more about this thing, or to see if you know.
What the hell am I gonna know? I'm a boring ass human. I probably don't fucking recognize this at all unless it was
Roll
somewhere.
over a 21.
Unless it was somewhere where I saw.
I will say, out of everything on this, actually,
Were you gonna say out of everything, this is the most familiar?
no. Jeez. What can I check?
You've seen it from a video game.
If you would like to make a check, I will allow a check. This would take a standard action though.
I don't even know what the fuck I would check.
Intuition, based on the stuff you've seen on it. Intuition
Alright.
or perception. I will allow either or.
Both of them are fairly good.
Okay.
Let's go for an intuition. Why not? I forgot I had to bump it up to 5 for something, so it's 5.
Totally forgot I had.
22!
That's actually 22. Nice.
Catch this.
You will know that out of everything on this body, all the wooden parts seem to be not affected by like normal types of stuff, but there is still a metal spear in its mouth. It has been using this weapon throughout all of its little transformations, but it doesn't seem to have any kind of thread attached to it.
So it's the only thing that doesn't have thread attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I have a dumb idea. Hit the spear.
Okay. I mean, if this thing is a normal type, I'm just gonna keep hitting it.
Aim for the spear.
Anything
So
else?
that was my standard action.
That would have been a standard, yeah. Normally, skill checks during a fight are a standard action. Depending on how it's used, though, I might make it like a different kind of action. So
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
okay.
Since
Anything
I could
else?
relay that to everybody, that's
Gotcha.
that's good.
Okay.
I am going to make note of this, though.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Nope.
All right. Next is Adelfin. Sorry, did you not want to go yet?
No, I genuinely thought there were a few more people before my turn.
It was Henry after you. We had to skip you for now, but Henry just went, so and now you're back.
I sent you a message.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I sent you a message about what to do.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
Well, she's.
So I'll do it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a message about what to do. Fine. Then I will tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Luthu come back to
Alright.
me and be a rug around my shoulders. And then I will send out Shade, my Phantump.
Phantom.
I'm not
Phantom.
saying that Phantom.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
and
I gotta get
if-
rid of Luthu. Sorry.
If I have actions or whatever it is over, which I'm not sure if I do, I will do psychic on this thing.
Okay. Where are you? You're way up there. Did you? How far did you want to throw Phantom out?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, beside me, it's fine.
Okay, so like kind of right there. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
All right. So yes, it would be on your turn. It would be free to recall, but command to send out. So that on their turn, they have the summon sickness. So you still have an action. You can do something else.
Oh, okay, right.
Yep.
Then I will. Psychic.
Psychic.
I'm within range because range 5.
Oh yeah, you're good
here's
because
a
I had
two.
to remember if I did psychic before, but you used extra sensory before, so yeah, you're good. Nice. Okay.
Damn it! I didn't roll a 17. That's annoying. Oh well.
Oh, whoops.
And here comes- Why didn't? Oh, really? Why didn't I? Ah!
For what?
Do the thing. Why are you not doing the thing? Sick.
Seems like the thing does not want to be done.
There we go. Thing didn't want to be done.
Ooh.
Have 37 damage.
37 psychic special.
Yeah.
All right. So, psychic is. Sorry. Oop.
Hi, Christina.
Oh,
Hey, Christina.
hi, Christina. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. 13.
And also, Ed, you were kind of like gone when this happened, so Robert would have called out that it is immune to ghost type moves and normal type moves. Yeah.
Okay. Can I take back then sending out shade?
I will say sure.
because-
That's fine.
If
Yeah.
that's the case, then my character would know that.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you like during your turn, but I'm like, oh yeah,
Hey.
shoot, like, yeah, he wasn't here when that was.
Yeah, no,
when
that would
was-
that would have actually been
Thank
useful.
you,
though.
Christina.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $20.
the-
How do you want to split that? Like, who gets what? You could do hero points. You could do crits, or like one crit and a hero point. You could do add Pokemon to the encounter.
You could get one coffee at Starbucks.
Do some rerolls and such. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So everyone, you want everyone to get a reroll, or everyone to get a hero point or a Pokeball? Works for me. Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm calling them.
Wow,
in that
Henry's gonna be
case,
fully decked out.
I need it. I can't do much else.
There we go. Oh, sorry. So who's out then?
Flower, which you're now learning the name is that is the name of my Badu.
Oh,
There we go.
Fitting.
it's just a little bud.
Yeah,
Ew.
that's genuinely what happened. And if that's the case, I'll just like one forward.
One forward on him. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Yep,
Yeah.
just there. Thank you.
Badoo. Squat. Or actually, you sent him out there, so yeah. All right. Anything else for Adolf and?
I don't think so because I don't know if I don't think I have any swift actions. Doesn't matter. Carry on. Move on
Okay.
to somebody else.
So
Were
it
you
would have been
here
Luther,
for my-
so now it's the puppet.
Were you here for my intuition check?
No, he wasn't.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. But I just called out to everyone during my turn, aim for the spear.
Basically,
Thank you. Good to
the
know.
what Henry discovered was that compared to the rest of the body, this was the only thing on him that was metal and also wasn't connected to a string.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Very
after
good to know. Thank you.
Henry, it would be the puppet.
It's the best intuition I've ever rolled.
All right, what would he
Come
do?
at me. Hit me. Hit me.
I don't know if
I
you
forgot,
can. He's
does the-
confused.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Does the vortex happen at the beginning or the end?
Oh, the damage happens at the beginning, and the save happens at the end.
Okay, so it is what again? 2 ticks or a tick?
A single tick. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just put that in quick.
There was something else that was doing 2 ticks. Something that like Echo or Navi did. That was 2 ticks.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was curse.
Yeah,
it was
curse.
curse. Yeah.
Oh, 26.
It's no longer on the effects of.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it is confused. He is going to.
Oh, he's also confused again. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's, as a free action, going to act normally.
Oh yeah. Hit me.
And he's
Immune
going
to normality, acts normal.
Let's see.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to spin. Oh yeah, actually, do I do that? Yes, I do. Sure. He's going to spin in a circle. And he's gonna he's gonna try and attempt to smack you with the lantern on his tail.
Oh yeah.
What is your physical EV?
1.
1? Okay. So
It's easy to remember. That's all of my evasions. So.
that's actually interesting. It's not a crit, obviously, but 1, your defense is lowered 1 combat stage
Ooh.
Oh.
as he smacks you with his tail. And this is going to deal so instead
It lowered my defense by 1.
I think
My
this I
defense
think
is that low.
do the defense from the before you lowered it, because I think the damage happens
Oh.
before the defense lowers.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
One
take
is the loneliest EV that you'll ever get.
you're gonna take 31 physical steel type damage.
Okay.
And I forgot what smite means, but you're getting smitten by it.
Smite,
Aww.
I think, does something depending on like. Oh no, smite is the defense lowering.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah.
Yeah, smite.
So he rolled a
lowers,
19, which smitten you and made you lower your defense.
maybe
Um,
I'm in love with it.
No, you're smited. And I need you to move 1 meter
Ow.
backwards. So I push you back 1 meter. Oh, actually, oh shit! You're also poisoned.
Oh.
Yep.
It poisons me too.
Yep. I rolled a 19 plus.
Oh, what attack lowers your defense and poisons you? I didn't
It's
even
not an
know that.
attack.
Oh, you made it up. Okay.
No, I didn't make it up. It's an ability that exists.
Oh.
Poison point.
Poison touch.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Poison
But
point
I
is when you attack it.
Yes, but I'd call it poison point because he's got very weird boxy pointy bits.
Yeah.
Mhm. Alright, so let's go.
Hey,
put
Sean,
poison.
stop metagaming.
I didn't catch that either.
He said, Sean,
Yeah,
stop
stop-
metagaming.
Stop metagaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright, where's the poison? There's the poison. Yeah, there's the poison. Robert is now poisoned. Which means your defense is also lowered by 2 combat stages, I think. In general.
total or
No, I think
in
until
addition
I think
to?
it's in addition to. I think it's until you're healed, your defense stat is lowered by 2 combat stages. Actually, we can we can check that. I think I have that under.
I might need you to do it because I am not
I-
able to edit my.
I put it on your Oh, you can't edit your
Okay.
sheet. On
Yeah,
your-
I can look at it on my phone, but I can't edit it on my phone.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So I don't even know what my
Um,
HP is at right now.
Poison. The target special defense value is lowered by 2 combat stages.
I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
I can try to do it. So, one sec. Let me pull up your sheet. Robert, there you are. Go to combat.
They already have taken some game.
So you had -1 to special defense. Okay, I can edit it. And then with your poisoned, you have -2. Oh no, that's special defense. No, sorry, defense was the -1 because of the
Yeah.
attack, and this
Yeah.
was 2. Okay, so right now your
And then
defense
also
is
you
a
need
5.
to have me take my damage too.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I can't.
Okay, so 31 minus 5, that's 26. Do you resist poison at all or anything?
Nope.
Okay, so you take 26 damage. So 61 minus 26, 35. So you have 35 left.
Yay! I'm injured. Now I'm stronger.
Oh, nice. Okay. So let's add an injury. Are you
What
one
gives
injured, or are
poison
you like?
makes you stronger?
Are you
It'll be
two-
one injury,
one injured? Okay. All right. Cool. All
just because I dropped.
So I'll
below
keep- I'll
50
keep your
HP
sheet up then for that.
one attack.
right. So he is done.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
My
So,
computer's still being stupid.
oh, what did you name your Badoo again?
Flower.
Flower.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Just because I had it in there. But all right. So you summoned it. So it's got summon sickness. And then it would be Robert's turn. You're poisoned. I think that happens at the end, though. Oops, wrong one. Oh, it's Pokemon are immune. If the poison target takes a standard action or is prevented from taking a standard action from, oh yeah, so if the target makes a standard action or is prevented from taking a standard action by an effect, such as sleep, flinch, or paralyze, they lose a tick of hit points at the end of the turn. So you could you could on your turn essentially take a breather to get rid of the poison, or try to get rid of the poison, or you could, if you do a standard or do nothing, you then at the end of the turn take the tick of HP.
No, Robert is definitely going to attack.
Okay,
So he will take that damage.
so you take 9 damage from that.
Well, at the end of the turn.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll
Um,
do that at the end. Sorry.
Because you
My
can
bad.
still technically attack and then feint. Yeah, I am going to use Aura Skill.
Okay. Also, after this Cosmo on deck, so Aura Sphere.
Yep.
Noise.
So,
And you have Scrappy.
roll
if
to
I
see if it
recall.
crits. I do.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to get turned into a sphere.
Nope, that's a crit fail, so it actually misses.
Then you're gonna roll.
Unless you want a hero point.
point.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm not gonna fail on an horoscope.
Okay, yeah, so that's a 4.
Yes. Alright.
That's funny.
Alright. So, so it's 2d8 plus 34.
Jeez. Alright.
Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna miss.
Oh, damn. 46 points of damage to this thing. Special?
Yeah. Special fighting. Yep.
Nice. Alright, so... Oh, right. I forgot I gotta do that. Oh, actually, I'll do it after this. Okay, so special... Okay.
Oh wait,
fighting, so-
and also it does. Sorry, I forgot. It does an also bonus. It also does bonus 6 more damage because I'm wounded.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
So technically, a bonus 12 more damage.
Yep. Oh, bonus 12, not 6?
Well, because it would also be double. It's super effective.
It's not super effective.
Really?
Yeah, because you have Scrappy, right? And it's
Yeah.
a physical, it's a fighting type move, right?
Yeah, and it's a
But-
normal type.
But it's also a ghost type.
Yeah.
I think
A
Scrappy
ghost
just
normal
makes...
is still super effective. It just means that ghost is not immune, so
Oh.
therefore it's super effective.
Great, okay, dang. Okay,
Yeah.
well then I gotta do this over, so
Yeah,
my bad.
because a ghost normal type would
So
still
it'd be my
super effective.
defenses. So it's defenses, damage reduction, then doubled.
Yep.
Actually, I should do 46 plus 6, because the 6
Actually,
happens.
no. It's
yeah.
defenses. It's defenses, then doubled, then and then damage.
Okay,
Damage reduction's always.
gotcha.
I double check just to make sure. Yes, Scrappy makes that
Yeah.
possible.
Okay, and
Yep.
then
Are there any ghost normal types? I guess not.
there's
There
one.
is.
There
is.
There is. Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's one of it's Zora.
Oh yeah, Hisui and Zora.
Yeah, Zora.
Okay. I can't believe I
Okay.
forgot that being like one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I forgot that they were normal.
And then no, actually, never mind.
So as
I
you
feel really stupid.
as you go and punch this thing, realizing that even though it gained this new typing, you can actually hit it a lot harder now because it's almost more physicalness in this form. You go to hit it, even though technically it shouldn't have worked. You remember you're Scrappy because you've been doing that the whole time, and you just are annihilating this thing. You managed to break off what seems to be the reinforcement that happened around it. And now it looks like its body is cracking and stuff like that.
Yep. Alright, this thing can't take much more. Let's give it some hell.
I see somebody didn't heed my word.
Okay. All right.
And you said it was Cosmo right after, right?
Yep, Cosmo. And then Echo on deck.
And is it top of the initial order now?
Yep.
Alright, so Cosmo goes, psych, it's Robert again. I'm priority moving back in wave.
Oh my god. Oh, you use a fit? No, you didn't use a physical move. Okay.
No,
Okay.
that was special. So, I'm gonna need you to roll. It's an AC 2.
Okay. Whoa, that was a close one. 5, you will hit.
Alright. It's 1d8 plus 30.
Oh my god.
Wait, no. It's 1d8 plus 36. This is the bonus plus
Oh
6.
my god. Alright. Oh, what type of was this fighting again?
Yeah, this is also fighting special.
Oh, all right.
That's why I'm like, psych, I'm gonna use a priority move.
Okay.
But that
so
doesn't
your
mean I
turn
get
is-
hit by poison again, though.
Yeah, you will. Oh yeah, I should affect that. I forgot to do that before.
Yeah,
Um,
because it's your whole turn that goes again.
and this was physical this time.
Special still.
Oh, special still. Okay.
Yeah, I only have one physical fighting move. It's Force Palm. Robert's all about that special attack.
Oh my god.
Also, someone, I forgot who buffed his special attack at the beginning of this fight too, so it's like... But someone had a move that buffed the special.
All right. As the
Oh
round.
wait, no, the audience did. Yeah.
Yeah. As Cosmo is about to move, you just basically go psych to Cosmo, and you go and punch this thing again really quickly, and you once again essentially break into what essentially would be like a wooden rib cage, and it looks battered, and yeah. So now it's Cosmo. Unless you have anything else you want to do.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, Cosmo next. Alright, let me
I
put
forgot.
your
What
19
typing
damage.
did we determine this field or this environment is? For secret power?
For secret power. I'd say it's like a dirt, so maybe sand. Or more, maybe like
Okay,
a
so
natural.
ground
I guess
type?
technically it would be a natural like area, so I'd say ground or something. Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if we made it like ghost because like it's spooky dirt.
By the way, you have 17 HP left.
I do. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, definitely get that.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll use secret power. It's an AC of 2.
AC 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta roll. And that'll hit.
Was it a 17 or more?
Nope, it was a 13.
Okay, so no special effect. So that does 2d6 plus 21.
Oh my gosh. Whoop. 2d6, you said?
Yep, 2d6 plus 21.
Okay. This was fire. Or what typing was this?
The ground, didn't you?
It's a yeah. We said ground because it's like it's whatever typing
Okay.
the environment.
Yeah.
is.
Okay, so. And this was special. Okay. Ooh. Okay, you all of a sudden Cosmo summons some of its secret power and kind of starts making the ground crack and shake under it and makes him fall apart a little more. He's not quite down. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, Echo, you're on next. Cody on deck.
Just gonna do a bit of right there. Then I am going to a thing called maybe magnitude,
Magnitude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hold up. I gotta roll a d6
Yep.
because actually I gotta roll to hit it. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say roll to see if you hit first. The 2 evasion. What's magnitudes of AC?
2.
Okay, so that'll barely hit again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm barely hitting this session. Okay, so I gotta roll a d6 real quick. Okay, so that's
Wow. All right.
that's a 10. So if I go over to Obsidian, because I think he has. Yep. Okay. So yeah.
Oh yeah, what's the? That's right. It's from you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from me. Let's see.
Sound waves through the ground.
What's the burst?
Ground waves.
2.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So it's just barely not hitting
Yeah.
our allies.
Yeah. So yeah. Hold on. Give me a moment. Okay. It's physical. So what's my physical? Not that great, but it's more of a whatever. Because I'm doing a fuck ton of damage regardless. So it'll be this, and then
This was physical damage.
ground physical.
Okay. Okay. And round. That's... Okay. All right. As you stomp the ground with your boot, with your mag boots, the magnitude boots, you kind of stomp, and Cody and Oblivion get a little nervous as they start to shake, but they don't take any damage as the cracks more or less strike underneath on the other side of the secret power, kind of almost flanking it and cracking both under its feet, and it takes it takes some damage again. Still not quite down.
Alright. That's my go.
Alright. Cody, you're up with Obsidian on deck.
Cool. All right, Cody. Time to put my theory to the test. We're going to use Ember, and we're going to target the spear.
Alright, roll d20.
I believe in you.
I love when you go to roll a die and it lands on the map instead of where it's supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not much better.
Oh, no.
You got a hero point though.
Yeah.
I'm
a lot of
absolutely
hero points.
re-rolling that.
Awesome. Go ahead.
I need to know if this is what we're doing. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's
I
so
mean,
hits, though, doesn't it?
hits,
No,
yeah.
it teetered on 17,
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
but that's fine.
And I'm guessing
Okay.
17's a burn.
No, 18's a burn. Still.
Alright, roll your damage.
It'd be funny if the vortex damage is what takes this thing out.
It probably will be if this works.
28.
28. Fire. Special.
Alright. So, as you strike the fire on the actually I should do it like this. Henry, how does Cody want to do this?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How do you
You
want to
can
take him
describe
down?
how you
You
knock
did
it
the
out.
thing.
Oh.
You killed it.
You know
Unless
what?
you don't
Due
want
to
to,
the-
I can do it, but you're good.
Due to the magnitude making him nervous, he steals his nerves jumps from the ground as it's shaking and just effectively pepper breaths into the spear.
As
You
you,
can't bring Digimon into this.
as
Yes,
you,
I can, because
as
this
you-
thing has digivolved enough times.
As you jumped in front of the spear, essentially almost or as Cody goes face to face with it, and you go, "Pah!" shooting the ember right at this. The ember, kind of almost the little bit of spark from the ember, the little bit of ember that drops onto it, makes it glow. The tips glow red, and then it just makes the entire spear glow red. You guys start seeing smoke, and from the inside out, this thing made of wood starts to burn. And before, how you guys were having your burn, it wasn't all the burning, all the vortex wasn't really doing much. Well, the vortex was, but like it would like take away the burn because of its first phase. And this phase, it was, and every time it would shift, the fire would go away. This time, the fire can't go away because it doesn't have anywhere from it to escape on the outside. So it burns from the inside out as it slowly turns to ash. And the only thing left is the spear. As the spear ching 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 and falls to the ground.
I think it would have been a lot cooler if it spun as it was screaming and it just went and stuck into the ground at a small angle. Still twirling, but like it just ends stuck in the ground at a weird angle.
All right.
Yeah, so Echo is going to walk up to the sphere, and is there any check I can do to like see what this is?
Can I occult check it?
Yeah, if you both wish to, you may roll. Actually,
Yeah,
in this case, general
Robert definitely
education.
would too.
General ed.
Unless, well, you specifically wanted to do an occult, so you can roll an
Yes.
occult education.
Yeah, you're
Who are
gonna
you
need
calling
Robert.
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
Welcome back.
General Ed.
Yeah. So, can you repeat last?
General education.
General education, or I guess in your case, because both of you want to roll occult education, go ahead.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, could you roll for Robert too?
Oh yeah, how many?
He would have.
And are there
Oh.
any plus? Oh, I guess I can look. That's true.
You have his character.
I'm sorry.
How dare you.
Holy shit. 26
Damn.
occult.
yeah. Give me a moment. So yeah. Apparently my thingamabob did not update.
Oh,
Last time. I was supposed to be rolling 5d6, not 4d6. So
I mean,
yeah.
if your sheet says 5d6, then all you have to do is right-click again.
No, it did not save. When I
Oh,
made
then yeah.
changes.
Well,
Yeah.
it should automatically do it. It doesn't. You don't have to manually save it. It does auto-save. So.
Unless you
it did not
accidentally
save.
changed it back.
I probably did.
Okay,
By
well, go ahead
accident.
and put it up. That's fine.
So it double saved.
Yeah. So,
Edward, is there
let me-
anything you'd like to do while they're looking at this?
Aelofin
sorry,
is kind of just sort
Aelofin.
of sitting on the ground, very confused, very sort of drained.
Okay.
All right. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to use ancient wisdom, and this is how many dice I'm pulling.
76. Damn. Okay. I'll give it to you both. You know that this spear, well, one, it wasn't a part of whatever you were fighting. So after, like, the dust, or after the fire takes hold and burns away and turns it to ash, the ash kind of almost, like, dissipates. Or if you think about, like, a piece of paper burning away and it just disappears. Like, there's no ash left.
Kind
in
of
the way.
like the embers of a campfire.
Yeah, they just kind of float off and disappear. But the spear stayed behind, as it is not actually part of whatever you killed.
You know what Echo's going to do the dumb thing and pick it up.
You pick it up.
I was just about to touch it.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up.
All right, you pick it up. Roll me an athletics check.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, GM. I absolutely love you.
This spear is huge. 5. You go to pick it up, and it's light as a feather.
Oh,
In fact, it actually shrinks down to your grip size as the spear gets shorter and fit, essentially making it so you are easily able to use it.
does like a couple of test stabs, like,
It's
Hey,
not-
watch where you're pointing that thing.
It's very light. In fact, when you go to stab, you almost feel like you lose your grip almost, and you almost have to re-catch it.
oh. Oh. Like, looks at Henry, goes, this is a very strange thing.
It's called a spear. Echo.
I know what a spear is, but very strange on how it came to be.
How so?
Well, it was in that stone thing.
Could I see it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You take a hold of the spear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it accommodate to my size? Did I make it grow?
How tall are you, and how tall is Echo again?
Echo, if I remember correctly, 4'10".
I am
You're a
exactly a
small boy.
foot taller than you.
Yeah. So yeah,
You made it extend.
the spear grows a foot.
He's the man with the magic touch.
Sorry, Neil.
No, you're good.
Interesting. Oh. Yeah. Strange. Why is this so light? And I have to ask, do I feel warmth in my bag?
No.
Okay. It's going to be a common question. I hope you know this.
I know.
Because I need to know.
You go to look in your bag, and there's no light coming from the other crystal.
Robert, after kind of taking a breather from his poison, hopefully just having it cleared naturally.
Yeah, you can take a breather to get it cleared.
Yeah, kind of sidles over to Adolphin. Or Adolphin, sorry.
I was about to say I didn't know we had any dolphins on standby.
Yeah, he's a dolphin.
That's an old joke.
But yeah, and then he just kind of doesn't really say anything, just kind of just sticks at his side. Just seeing how Adolphin's kind of drained, he's like, cracks his back, tries to stand up straight and then sits back down. Also feeling kind of, old.
Elephant looks at you. Looks at these two fucking around with a spear. Crystal, light, whatever the fuck. And this is probably one of the first times you ever hear Adolphin swearing. Whatever the fuck I experienced, a portal, and now a spear that can't decide what height it wants to be.
Wait a minute. Adelphin is swearing? Oh god, that crystal really did change him.
I need to go and lie down.
Okay. And Henry, you have no idea what happened to Adelphin.
No, I just jotted down that he was glowing and then I ran away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, true.
Echo did get a rundown from Kate, so
Mhm.
Oh
So-
yeah, true.
yeah. Immediately, Echo looks at Adolphin, walks over, and then just crouches down to his height and gives a medicine check to check up on Adolphin.
Okay, nice. Roll me a medicine education.
Not great, not for worse.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything inherently wrong with him right now. He's just drained from the
I just
recent
had the
fight.
weirdest image pop into my head, and that's of Echo having some weird implant like at the back of his throat that like sprays potions. So in
He
order for him to
sprays
heal
on
his
him?
Pokemon, he just goes.
He just breathes on him.
Basically, Echo sort of Echo would spray spit, breathe to heal.
Give you the healing vomit breath.
All of his potions
There
are
we
stored
go.
in
There
him.
it is.
Yeah.
But no,
But,
no.
yeah, yeah, so basically, Echo checks up on him and said, well, I don't see anything wrong, but I got a rundown from Kate that you died and came back.
I assume this is all within earshot.
She would have known about the light, and like said something about him dying. She ran away before the second part, so she wouldn't have told you about the coming back part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously by looking at him alive.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase. Kate said that she watched you die, but she left. But from what I am seeing, you are standing and fine.
Yeah, while I'm standing, not sure I can apply the second of those epithets.
Well, I mean, you are currently actively sitting, not standing.
So I can't apply either of those epithets, but I can apply the first epithet in a moment. But either ways, well, the first epithet will be applied at some point.
Understandable. But
I'm assuming this is all within earshot.
Yeah, I mean, you're all right there. You're
I'm
still on the
not
battlefield,
happy
so.
with this.
Wait, hold on. What, you died?
You kind of just sort of, Adolf just looks across at you and shrugs. I don't fucking know what happened.
can I roll a cult education?
Sure. Go ahead. This will be fairly difficult.
Okay. I gotta use my H2 wisdom, of course.
Actually, you won't be able to use the ancient wisdom on this one,
Oop.
because the ancient wisdom doesn't even know.
So mysterious.
I don't like those ones. Wow.
Yep.
That's
Sorry.
another ones.
Yeah, you have no idea what could be going on.
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
I probably won't know either. Well,
Damn. Okay. It's funny because for being a boring human, you sure know a lot about what's happening.
look, I study the occult a lot. Okay, that was my only obsession on Zoakro, and that's
you you know about a single Pokemon that technically like you wouldn't normally know about, but because of its abilities and such, your studies from studying legendary Pokemon using occult wise have been able to determine that there is a type of Pokemon that are like it's like a symbiote. It came from a rock, or essentially a crystal, and when it broke free, the mess of liquid inside of it became a Pokemon. And that Pokemon is known as Deoxys.
I think it's funny because this entire time they could have just asked Robert who
Yeah.
was there. It's just like, they're just
I'm
trying to
sorry.
figure it out, but
I'm
it's like,
sorry. Robert is
knows.
poisoned and very hurt. I'm not going to bother him right now.
He's not poisoned anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
He got it out of his system.
I'm sorry.
He
You
puked it
look
out.
like you're almost dead.
Yeah, you
No
He's-
offense, Adelphin.
have 7 HP
I'm
left.
fine.
No, I'm
fine.
perfectly fine.
Mhm.
Actually, genuinely, I am perfectly fine. Echo, if you're good at the healing stuff, why don't you help Robert? He looks like I could punch him. Looks like I could punch him and he'll die.
So
And I'm weak.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Everything that our glorious GM just said, I relay to Adelphin as a hypothesis.
Okay.
I think you're mixed with
Um,
alien DNA, bro.
Yes,
Well, apparently I
that's
have a voice
basically
in
what
my head now, so yeah, I'm good with whatever fucking thing people think.
You're not dead,
Yeah,
but you are being
Also-
kept alive.
Deoxys came out and even talked to us and basically said that's exactly what's happened.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wasn't
actually,
here
no,
for that. I
no,
was
but
too busy
just-
unleashing this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Henry wasn't there when that happened. He basically appeared and talked to me and Robert.
Yeah.
So Henry didn't actually know any of that.
Yeah, no, that's why Robert was
when
just
that-
like, yeah.
when
Oh,
that-
sorry,
you were
sorry.
completely 100%
Sorry. Yep. my
Yeah.
fault. Shut
When
up,
that
Edward.
happened,
shut up,
Henry-
shut up.
You were dealing with the boss.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
me being stupid.
Nope, you're good.
Real quick, Robert, you're going to have a potion and you're going to get banished up. Pretty much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Nice.
I just got that image again. Echo leaning down in front of Robert, just going.
Alright, I need you guys to
Yeah.
roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Easy.
What is my perception?
You're gonna have to roll it for me.
Oh yeah, what is yours? Oh, god damn it. This one. Okay, you know,
Ian, would
sheet
you mind
open.
at all if I didn't roll?
Yeah, you're fine.
Because Adelphin is genuinely still not dealing with it.
2. Yep, no problem. Henry, you're the
Yes.
only one to spot this.
Because I'm a genius.
I think. Did I have you spot this before during the fight? I'll say no because you notice that the pillar that your crystal was on, the crystal's still there, and the blue window is still in the sky. You see that the pillar that was like the blue neon lights that were going into the grooves, they are coming out of the ground at the bottom of the base of the pillar, almost like veins, and they're crawling across slowly.
That's not great.
Uh-huh. I get Echo's attention. Echo, do you think Lamparine knows anything about this?
Those, what? You pointing the pillars out, right?
Yeah, and the blue coloring that's crawling across the ground.
And now Echo, now that you look over that way, because you were too busy with the fight, you see a black and blue pillar with like blue lines coming out from above where there seems to be a blue crystal glowing, with some, they're not really you would assume they were tentacle-looking things, but they're actually like cracks in the ground with light coming through them. With also a big 20-foot tall by 15-foot wide, what you would assume to be a, because you've seen one of these before, it looks just like the green swirling portal you entered into that weird dimension in. But this one is blue.
It looks like we found another portal, but of different color.
Yeah.
I think we should maybe check it out, but maybe, after.
How about you rest first?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't want you to go in without me, please. Please, please.
Well, I'm only hesitant because that thing came from there.
And I need to check on Lamborghini.
Hey,
Yes.
Echo?
Yes.
I think look. I am so not with it right now. Didn't your whatever they're called lose sight of the area when a portal appeared last time?
GM, can you
Yeah,
remind
when
me of that effect?
he's talking about the when the Zyghost made the portal and jumped through, and then when you jumped through and the Zyghost was nowhere to be seen. The shadowy Zyghost.
Are you talking about that one portal that the Zygos digged into the
yeah,
ground?
that dog thing. Your lamp lady, person, friend's mum, whatever.
Mom.
She couldn't see around the area where that portal appeared, right?
That is correct.
Can she see around that one? Points towards the new portal.
I do not have any sort of clue as she is out of commission.
What?
Out of
She-
commission.
Yes, while you guys are investigating the, crystal, me going near it has affected me to some degree, and I couldn't go anywhere near it. But, Lamprine went to investigate it and got exposed pretty heavily to the light, and it has damaged her ghost abilities.
Oh.
Oh.
If she would have stayed there any more longer, she would have perished.
So that light that you absorbed, Adolphin, hurts ghosts.
Oh.
Or the Deoxys, I guess.
Well, if Lamprine ever becomes a problem for us, we know who to call. Look, I'm just being real, all right?
I would like to not even think of that being a possibility.
Aren't you supposed to be a professor?
You kind of see a very concerned
yes,
look on the elephant's
but I am
face.
also empathetic.
I have a lot of ghost Pokemon.
Did Deoxys say anything about this to you? In your head?
No.
Are they awake? You said that they went to sleep.
I look inward.
You look towards the your inner self, essentially almost creating like a white room where you see a Deoxys that is curled up and sleeping. And he just
Why does that sound actually kind of
5
cute?
minutes.
Like, what the fuck?
What I was
Depends on
actually
what form
about
it
to
is.
describe, GM.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going to ask you, what does it look like?
What does this Deoxys look like?
What does it look like sleeping?
Its eyes, because it doesn't have actually a mouth. It always communicates via its mind. Its eyes are just shut, even though the blackness of the corners of its eyes would still be there. So it almost looks like instead of an eye, it's like the iris has shut, but it's still the slot is open. It's just kind of like its legs have curled into its chest, and its two arms have kind of like almost like curled around itself like this, and its two arms, because they're longer than its body pretty much, are almost curled up towards the tip of its head.
It's gone into basically fetal position.
Yeah.
Effectively. Elephant just standing goes, oh. And then, I sort of. Actually, what is it? To everybody else, though, Jim, what does it look like when I do that?
You go
Or
to
do you
look
want me to
in.
describe it?
If you'd like to describe it, you can.
Well, the way I'm imagining it is when Adolfin looks inward to where this creature thing is that is sleeping. He kind of goes he gets that 1,000-yard stare. But when he gets but as he's looking inward, that 1,000-yard stare, his eyes glaze over and they go completely white. There's no light. There's nothing shines from him. It's just he goes. The eyes. He basically looks like he goes blind completely.
Yeah, his eyes go milky white. Yeah.
And so you would all see Adelfin kind of just sitting relaxed. His body also relaxes as well, as though whatever's there has just decided to disappear for a bit. And then as he comes back, his body sort of regains movement, and the eyes go from milky white to his normal light brown color. No, they're sleeping right now.
So I guess we won't be able to find out exactly why that is how it happened. But I do trust it for what it's worth.
Well, I'm glad one of us does.
Regardless, though, I must check up on Lamprine.
Yes, I think we should do that before we jump into any weird portal. Hey, by the way, speaking of portal, can I check out that weapon too that you found? Or the spear that was using?
Sure. And I do like kind of a gentle toss.
Does it have any like engravings?
Well, first, as Henry goes to toss it towards Robert, right before you go to catch it, it zooms back to Henry.
Oh, that's a good trick. Yeah, I have. How did you do that? That was cool.
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose.
No. Well, let's see if I can do it again. Toss it up again.
You toss it up into the air, and as it it almost looks like it only goes a certain distance, and then it just comes right back to your hand in the same direction you threw it. You may roll
Robert, do you know what this means?
If you guys would wish, you can make an occult education.
I will, but I have to make a point first.
Okay, sorry.
Robert, do you know what this means? This means I'm not useless anymore.
Haha! I never thought you were useless to begin with, Henry.
Yeah, considering everyone ignored my warning about hitting the spear.
Well, in the heat of combat, I kind of just don't. I lose track of a lot of things that happen. That's a flaw in my end. But
All right, that occult roll.
All right,
yeah.
again?
I'm gonna make that 2.
Expert
Mine
5.
is like 66 or something like that.
It's 5d6. I'm looking at it.
Oh, I'm 5d6. Okay.
Yeah. 19, 14, 17. All right. It's not that it's a difficult roll, but I will say the one who got it was Robert. Robert, you
That
can
was close.
determine the effect that this it's like a capability that this spear has. One, you determine that it grows, it changes shape based on who's wielding it. Essentially, like melding to the person's, so it effectively gives them, like, if a short person wields a long version of it, it makes it so it can be usable without taking any penalties.
Yeah.
So no matter what, everybody can wield it. The second thing is it has returning. So you can throw it your throw distance and attack something, and then after the attack is done, it comes right back to you.
So
It's really dirty.
it
with
is
the
like
spear, honestly.
permanently it's like permanently connected to you by an invisible string. Maybe that's how this puppet was using it.
It also,
Or was it using the puppet?
That is the question. Do I sense any kind of consciousness from this spear? I don't know how that would really be determined. But...
that would be an intuition roll plus your aura ability thing.
Okay, yeah. That would also be you then making it. It's a
Oh, right, sorry.
computer nonsense.
Yep, one moment.
Uno
Intuition.
momento.
Your intuition is a 6 plus 2.
Yeah, because of me being an animal.
6. Damn it!
Intuition.
I hit it one too many times for 7. 5.
I mean, I could do a 7.
1,
That
2,
works
3,
too.
4, 5, 6. There we go.
Fine, but we have to slash your highest roll.
20. There is no conscious from this, but your aura seems to connect with it.
Interesting.
It also has, even though it is a light weapon, oh, sorry, it is, no, I'll do it throwing range, that's fine. I have range 4 written on it, but I think the throwing range for throwing it would be fine, better. Actually, then I remembered I did put it on here. What? Wait. Oh, I thought I did. Okay. Yeah, I'll just say it. So it has a modifier on both its damage base and its AC.
Okay, cool.
So
Does it also only use your throwing range, or does it have its own special?
that's what I had at
range to
first, but it was just a 4. But I think throwing range would be better, so it's just because it's still you're just throwing a spear, and the ability that it can come back to you is fine. So it's your throwing range, or whoever's using its throwing range. It has an AC addition of 5, so it would be like 4 plus the 5, so it'd be a 9 AC. So it's harder to hit with it, but it adds 4 damage base to the attack.
I mean, to be fair,
to the damage.
have you ever tried to hit somebody with a yo-yo?
True. So whoever
Legitimately.
equips it, in the damage base up by the main hand or offhand, the damage base modifier you'd put a 4, and it adds 4 to whatever damage base your struggle attack is. So if your struggle attack is a 4 or a 5, it becomes an 8 or 9, depending on what your combat your skill is.
Okay.
And then the same thing is it's got to add 5 to your AC, so you have to roll higher than a 9.
Okay. So Robert will kind of just go over that with Henry, just kind of explaining, like, this is actually how this thing works. Because Robert knows his weaponry as well as his aura,
Yeah.
So,
Actually,
like, the weaponry stuff does not come from him being a professor. That comes from him being on a planet full of war. But, but he explains how that all works. He's like, it might even be able to work with my aura, but maybe only if I'm using But who knows? I might be able to power it up while it's in your hands too. Something that we'll have to test.
I figure, how about right now? And I flip the spear so that the base end is pointing towards Robert for him to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert will try to kind of add his aura to it the same
Okay.
way that they would do it with their weapons back on
Yeah.
Erebos.
So, Henry, as you kind of flip it around to give to Robert, you take it from Henry, and then you start to add your aura to it. It almost, you can't see this, Henry, unless, do you have aura sense or aura reader? Okay, no.
No.
Whoever
I have
has
mind
aura
block
reader,
and that's it.
okay. Whoever has aura reader, if they do have it, Robert, what you see is your hands that have the aura, come from it. You start essentially trying to channel your aura through the spear, and your aura starts going up and down the hilt, and it goes around the prongs, and you can add your, and it lets you use your aura capabilities through the spear.
Okay. Then if I hand it back to Henry,
So
would that last?
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I was drinking water. If I hand it back to Henry, will the effect still last, or is it only while I'm holding it?
Do you wish to hand it back to him?
Yes.
Okay, so you hand it back to Henry, and as soon as you give it back to him, the your aura seems to fade from the weapon.
Yeah, so sadly, I can't do it while it's in your hands, but I still think the spear would work better in your hands than mine. Also, is there any, markings or language on the spear? Is there any kind of, symbols or anything?
Not on the spear, but I will say, now that you're closer to the to where you're kind of closer to the pedestal, you see that your there seems to be a hidden light only you can see on the pillar.
Who, Robert or Henry?
Robert. And because it is getting a little bit past the break time we were planning, we will get back to that when we get back from break. So.
Oh, cliffhanger.
Oh, I was muted. I didn't realize that. Sorry, but yes.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So don't go away. We'll be right back. It'll probably be about 10-15 minutes. But we're gonna go take a break. We're gonna get some drinks. Get yourself some drinks if you need to. But yes, don't go away. It'll be quick as we can be. Well,
so yeah, so all about that kind of stuff.
Oh, the music
Hi,
cut out right
everybody.
when you said that too. That was
Yeah, I
amazing.
was trying to find the song, and yeah,
All about that stuff. All about that stuff.
Not
grr.
only did Ed cut you off, but also the music cut off right as he said it. That was like perfect comedic timing.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Neil.
No, it's fine. You're good.
Amazing.
Anyway,
I'm taking too
welcome
much
back,
credit.
everybody. Let's see. What was it? I think Robert, you wanted to do something, right? What was it you were doing last time?
He was checking. Yeah, Robert.
Oh yeah, the necklace and
was
the
going to check out
the writing. Yeah.
pedestal.
Yep. All right. Well, as you walk up to the pedestal, or the pillar,
Or pill.
yeah, no problem, Johnny. The pillar is actually probably about up to your neck. It's pretty tall.
Huh.
How tall are you again?
Robert is.
Oh,
I was. Yeah.
actually, because I forgot, Johnny or Henry managed to put the crystal up there, so it was. You don't have a height written.
Oh, I don't.
No. How tall do you want to be?
Well,
How tall do you think Henry
Let's see.
or Robert is?
he.
And then you could put the weight.
I
on
would
later, so-
say. Would his height be similar to that of a Lucario, or is it still just like?
Up to you, because Lucarios could be any size. Well, I mean,
Well,
they have an
average
average, yeah, but I'd say it's whatever you want to be.
Okay. I would say maybe he'll be a foot taller than average. So let's see here. I think
Good.
Lucarios are like. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. What?
Are they tiny?
Okay, maybe he's 2 feet. Lucario's 3'11". I thought it was like 4'10".
Well, yeah, I guess they're
How
technically
is it-
shorter than the trainers, which they're kids.
Well, I knew that, but I thought that they were, like 4 foot something, not 3'11".
Let's see, what was your age? You're 50? Well, technically.
So yeah,
yeah.
I would say then that he's probably, yeah, maybe 5'8". Let's just say.
5'8" Sounds good. All right, so then in reality, it actually probably comes up to your hip. This pillar.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking.
yeah.
I don't know why I said neck, but I'm thinking. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you walk up to this thing, and once again, you see what looks to be it's a pillar with grooves, and in the grooves, there's blue light fading into it. They look like they're coming from the top where the crystal is, almost like dripping water.
Mhm.
And but it's just
the
a full.
prime-
But it's after it gets to the end of the crevice where the grooves are, it stops. Almost,
Okay.
yeah. And then yes, at the bottom you see what looks to be these cracks coming from the bottom in the ground from the pillar, and it's barely noticeable. But there are, like, every once in a while when you look back down, the cracks seem to be getting further and further out, like they're almost like spreading out like a ripple of water. But not that quick. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
But it definitely seems to be
Oh.
almost looking like it's making cracks in the ground.
Does it look like something I should be alarmed of, or is it pretty benign?
I would roll.
I don't know if I have to make a check on that yet.
Yeah, do an intuition, which I will roll for you. So 2, and that's 66. 5. 1,
Also,
2,
my
3,
computer
4, 5,
is almost
6.
finally cooperating. So
Okay. 27. Okay. You, with your intuition check, at the speed it's going, it's not dangerous right now. But if this continues, overall time, like, you know how we say like, oh, we'll be dead in a million years because the sun will go out or the sun will explode in like 30,000 million
Sure.
years or whatever kind of thing.
yeah, on the macro scale.
Yeah. You would say at the speed of which it's going right now, Um, it might be bad in like 20 years.
Okay. So yeah, he'll suggest like after we explore the entirety of this, we should find a way to maybe turn it off if we can, or destroy it. But not right now. I am, yeah. Also, he'll take a
Well-
magnifying glass and get on his like knees and start like really getting into the nitty gritty, like looking for any kind of writing or runes or
Okay.
anything like that.
Henry or Adolfin?
Would it? Well, Robert is off being a nutty professor. Elfin is kind of watching all this, watching what's happening, and says, "Wouldn't it be just be a good idea to like find out how Lamp Lady's doing? Maybe, because if we head back there, we can also take a rest now, and then come back later."
Oh, yes, that's also a good suggestion too.
Perhaps.
Sorry, I just when I
Yes, I know you like stuff. Why don't we get some rest properly first?
yes, that is a good idea.
Right. While you were looking at the pillar, Robert, with your magnifying glass and looking at it, you do see some text, just kind of faded, but it's like a faded blue, you know. It's still lit up, but now that you're close enough, your light from your necklace actually glows, and that's what's causing the symbols to show up, and they're in a language you don't understand, but yet you can still read it. And it says, as you give me a moment, because I forgot to write down what I was going to have him say, but it essentially says, it says, the way has been opened, the factory has been relit.
Neat.
May the Nova energy guide you.
Yeah, so Robert will be silently freaking out about this. And he'd be like, yeah, yes, let's take a breather. And he takes out his own notebook, and immediately just writes all of that down.
I'm writing it down too so I don't forget what I said. Way has been lit. The factory has been... Oops. What did I say? Relit? The factory was...
The factory is relit. May the Nova guide you.
Right, well, okay, so what was the first part? I said the way has been...
The way has been
shown?
opened, the factory's
Way has
been
been
lit.
opened. Thank you. I
Yeah,
forgot
the way has
first
been
part.
opened. The factory is relit.
The factory has been relit. And then follow the note. What
May
it
the
was?
Nova guide you.
Yeah.
Which basically turns Robert into like a
Thank you.
giddy schoolboy.
Alright, now I will never forget that because that is written down now. So, and I will do the... Okay. Alright, so yes. Yeah, that is what you see. That is what is written on the pillar.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, we definitely should go back to Lamparine. He's, by the way, he is just staring, just daggers at his notebook after he wrote that down, and is kind of like very spacey as he's saying this. He's like, yes, we should go back to Lamparine and figure out what's going on for sure. Yes. Oh, factories.
Okay, above table, Edward just realised something.
Yep.
How is Henry the most sane one here right now?
That's a good question.
Probably because I'm the only one that has no special attributes as of now.
True. He's the only one that hasn't had anything like really crazy happen with them.
Other than throwing a
no
spear
one.
and having it come back.
True,
Other than
true.
that. But anyway, back in.
I
back
mean,
into
he does
story.
like a cult. Like Henry is also fascinated with the occult, which means like maybe he's a little bit weird.
I did
that's
preface
gonna
my
be
comment with
copy.
right now. Anyways, back into
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys wish to do?
Edison will wait until Robert is done and then turn to Echo and go. Shall we head back to your? I will figure that out.
Matron?
Yes, that's a good word. Shall we head back to your patron?
Yes. In fact, they are still on the ship over there, actually. And he'll point out that Kate had taken the ship, so it wasn't in the battle, but you can definitely see it's still within the crater. So you guys
Oh,
can
I
get to
didn't
it.
realize you brought her with.
Your patron is in the ship.
Yes, figured keep her on there and get her out of trouble, so she didn't so the ship wouldn't take any damage either, as well as her. But we should probably take her back to the tower. I saw you guys were being attacked, so I took action and helped. But yes, we should get her back to the tower, and she might get better within her own creation.
Let's do that and maybe also take a rest ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
I would greatly appreciate a rest right now.
And as you guys turn, actually, sorry, Henry, is there anything you wanted to do else?
No, he's just kind of fascinated, fuddling with the spear.
Gotcha. So as you're messing
practicing
with the
with it.
spear and playing with it, as you guys make your way back to the ship, yes, the door is open and you guys can climb inside. You see Kate, and Lamprine is on a table, which is definitely longer than her. She looks like a rolled up carpet, kind of drooping over the sides almost, but at least her head is up on the table still. But her legs, her bottom part where you would assume her legs would be, just looks more tapestry and cloth. Kate runs up to Robert. She's like, "Oh my God, you're okay!" And she hugs you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry.
I,
Oh, God damn it.
no, it's no problem. You know me. Nothing can stop the demon.
She flicks you.
Nah, it'll take
No,
a lot
Yourself
more.
some rest.
He says that, flexes, and then falls over in agony.
I just found you. I don't want to lose you again.
Nah, it'll take a lot more than that to take me down. But you can tell that he also, like, he's kind of like grabbing his back a little bit.
Yeah.
Because his back still has a lot of, just in general, pain. Like, whenever he's hurt, his back is always
Yeah.
a problem.
She helps you over to another, like, since the med table is being used by Lamprine right now, she kind of brings you over to a chair for now. Just somewhere to sit. And then
Thank you.
Echo will go into the pilot and start the ship up and fly off towards the tower. And you guys may heal up. Yeah, I don't. If you have any injuries, don't heal them because it still hasn't been 8 hours with the bandaging, right?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I think it's 8 hours and you heal a bandage or you heal an injury, right? when you're bandaged.
Yeah, or you go to like an actual hospital,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
we
So
already
Pokemon
have determined
Center.
that this does not count.
Yeah.
as.
So you guys can heal to full, but you do not lose your wounds if you have any, or your injuries if you have any.
Or angry.
Yeah. And all your Pokemon get healed to full as well. As we make our way back to the tower, Echo lands the ship. And he does ask for some help to get Lamperine. Actually, no, he doesn't, because he forgot that Obsidian was carrying her before. So he gets Obsidian back to lift her up, and Obsidian's just like, go it, and he like lifts up this carpet, rolled up carpet, with a head sticking out one side, and the lamp just dragging behind, making clinking sounds against things.
I love the idea of Golett having a voice kind of like Plankton. Golett!
Golett! Jeez.
Golett!
And yeah, with then, you guys kind of walk up to the front doors, and he does ask someone to help him with the doors, because now that you guys are kind of in a rush. Before he was on his own, he had some trouble opening up the doors. He brings up, but now he wishes for some help to get them open quicker so they can get Lamprey in more.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Robert will assist as well as however any other people want to help.
I didn't know
Anything
Robert
will,
knew
but he will
assist.
use telekinesis first.
Thanks.
For it.
Alright, so yeah, you kind of push it with your mind. Everybody else is pushing it with their bodies, and you manage to get the doors open, no trouble. They are super heavy doors still, so it is like almost like a as they open. But you remember before that they were able to be opened automatically on their own, but for some reason Echo had to do it this time. So you guys push the doors open, you head inside, and Golett goes up the stairs, and there what looks to be up the stairs in the center of the like the tatami mat floor that raises up on there. He puts her down there, and almost like
Magic?
not really curls him. Yeah, he kind of takes some ghostly string in the air, and he just kind of plucks it and kind of almost just reconnects it to her. One side to her lantern and one side to her feet, just to kind of complete the connection. And it seems like can someone make me an occult education?
Doing it.
I will roll for you too, Sean, if you want.
Oh yeah.
Well, we go.
Okay.
Ooh, not good.
Especially if it involves Lamperine's like safety. He definitely is willing to assist in any way that he can.
Okay. So, Henry and Robert, your occult education shows that her powers, even though dwindled to the devastatingly low end of lethality, she seems to be regaining her energy, but it's gonna take her a while for her to wake back up. But it is a lot quicker than when it was when she was just in the ship. So maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
Damn, that's a hell of a fast charger cable.
Oh. I don't know.
You gotta recharge your portable lamp, right?
So yeah, as soon
Yeah,
as
and
the
I guess in
light-
this case she kind of is.
As soon as the tethers get connected, you can see the lamp kind of almost pulsing.
Faintly pulsate.
Yeah, you could like a charging cable on a phone. Yeah, but yeah, it's pulsing, so you can tell that she's okay because it wasn't pulsing before. So.
Question, GM.
Yep.
Is there any reaction from me physically? Or, yeah, physically. Internally.
Internally? think about now, you actually hear what sounds to be like a yawn in your head. Like a child yawning and it's going.
I'll ignore it for now. But definitely now alert.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's funny. It's like you hear a yawn in your head.
No, it's not fine. I'm just choosing to ignore it.
Good point. There is a distinction there, yes.
Alright, is there anything you guys wish to do here while we wait the 2 hours?
I have one thing.
Okay.
I just want to see something. It's regarding the spear.
Okay.
I have Tedwardo out.
Tedwardo? Or he goes,
Yeah.
Teddy Ursa?
I'm going to get down to his level and hold the
But I
spear
do.
out like so. And I'm going to see if there's a reaction. Have him grab it.
He looks at you, Teddy Ursa? He'll go to grab it. It's kind of hard for him to hold. It actually doesn't change size, but you do know as a trainer that Pokemon, and this is actually as Johnny, but I don't know how to, Pokemon require training in order to use weapons, but they can
Oh, I know
essentially
that,
use
yeah.
weapons. Basically, you could get Tedwardo to equip and use this thing if you gave him the edge that lets Pokemon use weapons.
But you said it didn't change shape. Or
It doesn't
size.
because he doesn't know how to use the weapon.
Okay, so that's the reason why. Not
Humans
just
just
that it
can
doesn't
use
work.
weapons automatically, yeah. He can
Okay.
use the weapon, he just doesn't get the bonuses,
Okay.
and it'll probably
Well,
be worse than
Henry-
him actually using it for real.
Henry is going to
So
chalk
he holds
this
on
up
to it.
as
Yeah.
yeah. Henry's going to chalk this up as okay. Well, this is only going to work for me then.
Yeah. At least for now. Is what you're thinking. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So
I would love to see a Teddy Ursa wielding a frickin' spear. That just sounds.
Imagine what it's going to look like as an Ursa ring.
Oh my god!
Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does he become an Ursa Luna? Will he be an Ursa Ring or Luna?
I guess we'll find out.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, Robert is mostly just paying attention to to Adolphin and Lamborghini,
Okay.
because those are the two people that have his biggest concern, really.
Gotcha. Okay.
Me? No.
I will say during the 2 hours, Adolphin, you hear that voice again, and this time it says, "Okay, I'm awake now. Sorry, I wasn't there for whatever happened. You seem a bit shaken. Is everything okay?"
Sounds like a very beta Deoxys. Not gonna lie.
It's like a child.
Child, literally.
Oop.
Okay.
Sorry, Johnny, you're just cutting in and out a bit, but yeah. Anyway,
Aelfin.
I know. I just got the connection interrupted.
oh, gotcha.
Aelfin will say, bit busy right now, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. Thank you again, by the way, for saving me.
Question.
Hmm?
Since you're now in me, I do realize what I just said.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Can you read my thoughts?
I mean, you can read mine, right? But if you wish not to,
That's
I
Not
don't have
what I
to.
mean.
You don't want me to read your thoughts?
No.
Okay.
If I'm thinking something over, I would like to think it over without somebody potentially interrupting me or without them listening in. I would like my privacy.
Okay. You feel because you're essentially you feel in your. It's weird sharing a body with someone. Is what it is. You feel the emotion of sadness, but it's not your sadness.
Almost like you just
I
shot
just
yourself
want to be
down.
your friend.
But I understand. After all, I did
You.
kind of mess up your
It's-
life.
Yes. And my life has already been messed up enough. And I'm trying to make something of my own.
Okay. I just wanted to say now that I'm awake and have some more energy, I can fully explain what's going on. But you let me know when you want to know.
I will let you know.
Okay.
I am you from the distant future.
And you get the sense of like it's still inside your soul, essentially, like you're sharing the body with another alien. You
Yeah,
get
no
the
get
feeling,
away from this shit.
Yeah, you get the feeling though it essentially the feeling of drifting away. So you feel that it has left you to your own devices. And if you wish to call it, it will come.
If you build it, he will come.
Wrong choice of words.
If
I was
you
about to say,
if
with
you
every other word choice we've
summon it
had so
and-
far,
if you want to talk to it, it will show up.
It will show up, yes.
It's funny. Everyone went dirty with that, but I went movie reference instead.
All right.
Sean, summer child.
After about 2 hours,
Bless your heart.
unless there's anything you wish to do after that.
No.
Okay. So after the 2 hours, you guys hear some movement, and it's rustling of clothes and cloth as Lamprine is coming back to her senses. Ooh, that was unsightly. I'm sorry that you saw me like this.
Well, it's fine. It happens to everyone. What happened to you?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. First I felt the weird feeling, and being as the almost essentially as the legendary of this place, I need to kind of check things out and I kind of looked into it for Echo, and realizing it was outside and I couldn't really detect it from in here, I left my home, my bindings, to see what was going on. And then all of a sudden the light started spreading. I got hit by it, and I guess I passed out. Next thing I know,
So it
I'm
was
here.
the light. It was the light that did this to you, and not whatever was creating that portal.
What portal?
Oh my guess we haven't talked about that yet either. The
Echo.
thing that's been...
Echo speaks up. He's like, yes, I found Lamprine lying in the, after the dome of light has receded. I found Lamprine lying on the dirt. She's like, I was in the dirt? Oh my gosh. And then she goes and uses her clothing to essentially use them as like a brush to brush the dirt and gunk off of her to make her look clean again.
Now she is one.
It's like,
She uses one of her starved hands to grab a lint roller that's nearby.
It's for hair, not dirt. I'm gonna need a bath after this.
Back
Well-
on my planet, we have things called washing machines. I think you'd have a lot of fun in there.
Just put her into a washing machine. Well, I think I sort of understand what's been going on.
Hmm?
Well, there was a being inside of a comet or meteor, and, well,
Oh, interesting.
it seems to have a negative effect on ghosts.
That would explain a lot then.
And that being
I started
now
feeling sick.
resides inside of Adolphin.
She just looks right towards you, Adolphin.
Adolphin's looking at Robert with a look of what the fuck are you talking about? Shut up right now.
Just being honest.
Almost like a
It did almost kill her after all.
almost like a
Well, apparently it killed me.
True.
as soon as you say
I
that,
mean, you
she
both
glides over to you like a floating bodiless robe gliding over nothing, and she just hovers over you and looks up like down at you. And she's tall. She's
Don't
just
hurt him.
staring at you.
Normally, Adolphin would be cowed by this. Normally. But he's having a bit of a bad day. He's kind of done with shit for now. And doesn't care. He just looks right back.
As you're just staring her in the eyes, you see what essentially looks like a bottomless pit. Like her eyes changed, but she then gets closer and closer and closer. As soon as she gets like inches from you, she brings you in for an embrace. And it's not a tough one. It's like,
No! But
Oh.
Adolphin gets really awkward by that.
sorry. She just
No, you carry on. You carry
Yeah.
on. That's,
She goes-
Adolphin immediately stiffens up. It's like,
she's trying to she's trying to essentially she goes in to hug you. She's gonna roll an occult education. I need to open my legendary sheet.
Brings you in for a nice hug, and she says, "Hold on for a second," as she rolls dice on the floor.
Very good.
Right.
It's very nice
Thanks,
to
everyone. Hold on for a moment.
meet you.
Nice.
You know what? I think she'd have this. So I'm gonna do. What's D6? Yeah.
Yeah, at first I was thinking like she's gonna go in for a hug and then she's just gonna snap her neck.
Damn. She uncoils from you, and she kind of gets eye level with you, and now she's got that pitch dark stare she was giving you before is no longer there. And she's like, it seems to have calmed. I feel the energy still, but this being feels like a child's embrace. Like the war, like it feels like this whatever's in you is pretty much a child, and it does not wish to hurt you anymore, or me. And for that, I am grateful for us and all the Pokemon, the ghost Pokemon on this planet. And then she kind of glides
You're
away.
welcome.
And then she says,
Question mark.
it seems though that whatever happened, it can do it again. So maybe try to be careful around who you, if it ever gets it to use, if it ever uses it again, maybe try to get it to not use it around, or maybe
Uses
talk
what?
to the dome.
No.
The dome.
The
The
light,
light,
you,
a
the light
dolphin.
you said
The light.
that you entered. It was like a wall of light. She basically mentions it sounds like whatever's in you can do that again. I would talk to it and see what it can do, and see why it wants to be within you.
Well, I think I can reason out the why. That's easy.
Hmm?
Well, think about it logically. If it's a child, it's going to seek a it's going to seek somebody to be safe with, or at least that it feels safe with. Apparently that is me.
Correct.
And it's told me that it was running from something.
It's running from something.
And yes, and now I am its safe haven. So the reasoning as to why it's me is because I gave a hand.
I see. Well, I guess I must thank you for helping me then. Otherwise, I would have perished. So thank you so much, Adolfin. However, it looks like it took a bit of a toll on yourself as well.
Psyche, yes, it did. Sorry.
She kind of gives a little
I can
chuckle, but then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I
We're
can
all
just picture
learning
Adelphin
things
being
today.
like, that is the last time I am being nice to anyone.
Oh, if you don't mind, I have some thinking to do and
Of course,
talking.
of course. And she'll kind of direct her gaze away to the rest of you.
Aelfin did not like that. FYI,
Adelphin will
Aelfin
remember
did not
this.
Like that.
I'm probably still fuddling with the spear. Not gonna lie.
She's caught your eye, or you've caught her eye. She's like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah, it does this really cool trick. Watch, and I throw it in the opposite direction.
Sticks in the wall.
I was, expecting not to be standing near a wall.
Yes, after it sticks to the wall and it does come back to you, and I'm like, and she says, "That was perfectly good mahogany."
My bad.
It's okay. And you see a drape of cloth just go over the wall, and it just covers it. It's like, what can't be seen can't be done, or what can't hurt can't be seen. I don't know. That's whatever.
Sure, that makes sense. Yes, yeah.
In my head, it
Out
makes
of-
sense.
Out of sight,
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was say that mine. Where did you get that from? You didn't have that last time.
Funny story about that. While whatever that business was, motioning towards Robert and Adelphin, I went off and found this weird little pedestal and something in my bag was glowing, so I put it on there, and something, we'll say, some sort of portal opened, and something came out of it. This is what's left of it.
She looks at you almost with a puzzled look and just says, "You would take something glowing and put it on something that would activate something? That you don't know what it does?"
Listen, honey, I am all for the occult, and if it's about finding things out and writing it in this book, I'll do it.
Do you know, does the term factories being reignited or nova that mean anything to you in any way? In fact, actually, I just show her what that said.
She says,
Yeah, the note in your book.
yeah.
Yeah.
She says, "No, I can't. I don't know anything about that."
So whatever this was predates even you being on this planet.
You do? No, nothing. No.
All I heard was you doof.
Yeah.
I know. I was about to
You
say
doof?
something
What
and
were
I
you
stopped
thinking?
myself. Went. Yeah. No.
Was
that's
that
fine.
was that a GM moment thinking about revealing information and deciding that's not a good idea?
Mm-hmm.
Or no,
How
sounds like-
long have you been the caretaker for this planet?
For as long as I can remember. I mean, legendary Pokemon aren't just made from being wild Pokemon. They're usually chosen.
So how is it that you don't know about this? I find
Oh,
that very
question.
fascinating.
I asked Echo this, but then they said you were asking permission, so obviously it wouldn't be possible. But can you do it now? Can you? Well, where the light was,
Mm-hmm.
the light is now in me, so shouldn't cause any problem. Shouldn't supposedly cause any problem. That portal was nearby the lake. Could you see if you can see that portal? Could you see if you can see that portal and the area around it? Because your sight is being blocked where there are other portals. Right?
I will take a look. And she goes and kind of lifts up, and she kind of looks like one of those big ghosts with the with the nightgown that extends out everywhere. Like it's almost like it looks like a giant nightgown with a tiny head. As she
Yeah,
kind of
like the gray lady kind of ghosts.
yeah, exactly. And she kind of closes her eyes and extends her out of her sleeves where there's no fingers. Come out thin, silvery threads that connect to the cloths on the walls, and you start seeing her like moving her head back and forth, and then she disconnects and comes back down, and she says, I see the portal now, and actually in that area it was just hard to see because before the whole crater, or I guess I should say the eye socket, was filled with a black fog, like a shadow fog essentially. So anyone who goes in there, practically it's pitch dark, so even I can't see blind in darkness, that like for blind darkness. But since the I still have my threads go through there anyway, just in case. I've never seen anything, but now that the light is gone and I look over, the fog is starting to come back in now that the light's gone, but I do see the portal you're talking about, and I do not know what that is or where it came from.
Oh, you see, it came from when I put the glowing thing on the pedestal.
So the pillar is what we're looking at. She kind of closes her eyes again, and she gets a closer look. I have seen a pillar like this though before, on this planet, just not here.
Then where?
More? Also, sorry, my audio is going to be kind of shit for a little bit, but
Yeah, you're good. On an island in the Sea of the Damned.
Interesting.
is there any kind of differences with the other one?
No, I just got and she kind of, actually, one sec, and she goes back in and looks. She gets a good look at it. She's like, there's no actual difference between the two.
Not even the writing?
No. Actually, that one doesn't have writing on it.
Oh,
And neither does your pillar that you have opened.
really? But I clearly saw some. I wrote it down in my notebook.
You might want to have your friends take a look at it next time you go take a look. Because I looked and I really cannot see any writing on there. It's just designs. Although very nice looking designs. I might incorporate them into my clothing.
Could that be the... Roberts once again starts going back to doing the whole mumbling to himself while trying to think of...
Do you say, could that be the, and then start mumbling?
Yeah.
Nice.
Could that be the?
She's like, anyway,
I think you would look dashing in those patterns.
I would think I shall work on some of that. Looking into it though has taken a little bit of energy. I might want to get some more rest.
You quite, difficult, yeah.
She kind of curls up. If there's anything else you need to ask it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a little recharge.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Anything else you wish to ask her? Alright,
No, Robert is now once again kind of seeing his own thoughts.
She kind of.
there-
Oh,
Is there anything distinct about that other pedestal that's different from the one that I found?
she just kind of shakes her head. No,
Okay,
looks exactly the same. Except
that's all I needed.
there
to know.
wasn't any blue on it.
I mean, the other one looked that way too. But...
And so she
Jotting it down.
extends her thread fingers into the walls again, and the tapestry kind of connect with her, and she gets lifted into the air as she kind of almost like curls into like what would look like a ball of yarn, like when you wrap up a blanket and just kind of wrap it around and stuff like that. And so there's just a ball of yarn hanging out above you in the rafters.
That's a good thing Frisk isn't out.
Alright. And with that, we will come back next time to see what the group wishes to do as we end today's episode.
I already know what I want.
Oh my god. That was fun.
Yeah.
Guys, congratulations on beating whatever. You still don't know what the heck that thing is you fought.
I can't believe I essentially one-shot it.
with the 4
Really?
HP.
Telling yourself that,
Father,
yeah,
what are you
boy.
talking about?
Yeah, with
I
the
tell
3
myself that because
I know. Sorry, Christina.
the first attack I was present for that I did took him down.
Okay, fair.
I know it's kind of late for Ed, so I figured, if it were earlier, we could probably do a little more, but I want to save some for next week. So
It's only 25 past 9 where I am, but I have been up since 5:45 this morning.
Well,
yeah,
one second.
you mentioned you were really tired when you got back from work, so I was like,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I had a shit night's sleep, and I've not had great sleep for the past 2 nights as well. So I'm kind of exhausted.
yeah,
Spirit's
there will be
probably
a
not
ton of
helping
XP
keep you awake.
that they will be getting. I told them already. I don't remember if I said it during the break. I think I did, but all the players get
Milestone?
everybody gets a milestone. So yes, they get a milestone level up. And I will be doing XP for the for how much XP you will be getting. I will be mentioning that in the group. But do you want to know, now that you beat this thing, what level it was? Or do you have any guesses you want to take?
43.
That's Johnny's guess.
No fucking clue.
Okay. I don't want to. I told Sean, so I don't. It was level 75.
Damn.
Yeah, that was crazy. Bonk. But yeah, so they will be getting a ton of XP. This is a special fight that I have made, so it'll have a pretty decent multiplier on it. So you'll be getting quite a few decent amount of EXP that you can split between your Pokemon and stuff.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
Sorry, that says Jesus.
Jesus. Anyway, any favorable moments for anyone today?
have a couple, but I'd
Adolfin's
like to
just
go last.
complete baffled. It's like shock. Like I just love his reaction to everything. It's
The
just
shock
happening.
to being hugged by a ghost.
Yeah. Well, and the whole being, having a weird relationship now with an alien that's inside of his body. Like oh.
Look, it's been, but it's not even been 24 hours. He's
Yeah.
died, or rather, he released an alien, which then possessed him, killed him, and brought him back to life. And then and then there was this big portal thing, and this puppet-like thing with a spear came out, and then just refused to fucking die.
Yeah.
Actually, legit
Then he
question: is
went-
it a spear or is it a trident?
It's a.
Or is it a
In
bite?
my head, it's
Um,
a Biden. In my head, it looked like a spear, but I'd say, it looks like the spear from the Moblins from Wind Waker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
then
so it's like
what's
a.
more,
So it's like a.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
we then head back, and then Edelfin gets hugged by a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, he's currently gone through within what 4-5 hours, a fuck ton of shit,
Probably even less than that.
and somehow is still able to keep his cool. Apart from maybe swearing a lot right now.
And
So
then what,
he's gone through some shit right recently, and he's still trying to work it all out. Rather, he's not. No, actually, no. Tell you what, he's not even gone to the working out bit. He's still on the what the fuck just happened bit.
and then Johnny, what were you saying?
Oh no, I'm just
Oh, okay.
spitballing what kind of spear I have.
Oh yeah. Essentially, what it is, it's the spear with the tassel on it from Wind Waker.
Yeah, I
the
know what you're
Moblins.
talking. I'm trying to think of its like actual
Yeah.
name.
Oh, Cowdo? I don't know if that's the real name, but that's just me guessing. I think it's something similar. But you guys essentially fought Puppet Cannon. Edward, you might not know it from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, but
Oh, I know.
Oh, I
know
saw it
Ganon.
on the tracker.
oh yeah, so yeah, it was literally Puppet Cannon you guys fought.
I know who Ganon is.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Puppet Gan is basically just a model of said Gan. So
Yeah.
I'm familiar. I'm not as much of a Philistine when it comes to ancient games like that than I let on. I'm still a Philistine, but I'm not that
Sean,
much.
did you just gasp saying that Wind Waker was ancient?
Yeah,
Well, it
but I
is.
do also agree.
I said
that-
Zelda. I was referring to Zelda, not Wind Waker.
That's true. So
Oh, that's funny.
effectively, Neil, it's classified as just a long spear.
Yeah. But the spear is
rollable,
called...
so it's kind of like a javelin too, really.
Yeah. So the spear is called... It's just called the puppet spear. A giant spear used to throw at enemies with a string attached to the end to pull it back. But the string is invisible, so it literally just looks like you throw it and then it comes back to you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Robert was gonna call it Gungnir.
We'll call it Gabold.
You're gonna call it something else? Alright, so...
Gabolg. It's
Gabolg.
it means the spear of mortal pain/death.
Oh, jeez.
Huh.
So, this
It's from
spear...
Irish mythology.
In your on your main hand spot, if you're putting it in there, it's damage base. You're gonna put in that box 4, and then the on your combat page, because you're
Yeah,
using
what
the
am I putting
weapon, right?
this?
On
Yeah,
your
yeah.
combat page, up
Yep.
at the top where it says equipment.
Main hand.
Yeah, main hand. Just write puppet spear or whatever you end up wanting to call it. In the damage modifier, which is the first box with the little tick, or with the little
Okay.
black triangle, you'll put 4. That's the damage modifier. So it'll add that damage modifier bonus to your struggle attack modifier.
I see that. And the
So your
AC
4
is
becomes an 8.
5.
5. So it'll make it. It'll be harder to hit with it, but it'll do more damage if you hit
So
with it.
it's my second struggle attack is the puppet spear.
Mhm.
I think just because because it's a puppet spear, I'm gonna call it the Puppet Ripper,
Nice.
off of one of the spear weapons from Liza P.
Mm-hmm. And then don't forget
Such
to
a good
just
fucking
mention
game.
that it's got
You mean the P weapon?
it's a returnable weapon.
Yes.
Just shorten it up.
Oh. GM.
Yep.
This is a mechanics thing that I am doing for roleplay reasons, not because I don't want the weapon.
Yep.
Aelfin no longer has the scalpel bound
Okay.
because he died.
Oh yeah.
But also, because he died, he won't have noticed, and come back life, he won't have noticed that it's no longer bound to him, and therefore he's left it behind
Oh.
beside the thing,
Okay.
and
That
does
makes
still
sense.
and doesn't know.
Gotcha. Didn't you have like a couple with you though that you grabbed? Oh, it was just the one. Okay. Dang. I'm sorry.
He
No,
tried.
Don't
No, I know, I
don't
know.
apologize. This makes perfect sense to me. It's like
Gotcha,
he
yeah.
wouldn't. He'd,
It's
like,
okay.
it's fucked right now, so he wouldn't notice.
He might
And it
still
was
have the
also
trowel.
it was also a very recent acquisition. So, since it's a recent acquisition, it makes sense that he would have forgotten about it.
Gotcha.
That tracks.
Damn, my favorite moment, obviously, I'm just gonna have to say it was the entire fight because I have been looking forward to you guys finally fighting at least, if not this one. There's like, I mean, I can't really say, but you know, I've been looking forward for you to fighting this guy. He's technically a creature thing that you didn't have to fight ever, but you went and fought him, and I was like, oh, now I know they can fight level 75 things and be okay.
Yeah, you do.
Potentially, if we're smart enough.
Yeah, exactly. Which means I get to have fun with things in the future.
Yeah, push us.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. With that, we will
Hey,
be
we
going.
can't be done yet.
Oh, what do you mean? What are you doing?
I haven't done my favorite moments.
Oh, I thought you were saying. Okay, I'm sorry. What is
No,
your
I
favorite
said
moment?
I want to do mine last.
Okay, my bad.
I have a couple.
Okay.
First, I have to agree with Sean. Your adverse reaction to being hugged, classic. I love the fact that I'm not useless anymore, for the most part. Taking that spear was probably the highlight of today for Henry. But also, somewhat not game-related, with the shirt you're wearing now, Neil. If you sit just right, you are not the PM.
Nice. Not PM.
I've been
That's
sitting
awesome.
on that almost this entire time. I'm like, I can't wait till the favorite moment so I can just point it out.
That's awesome.
Wow, you have so much more patience than I do. I just said something already.
I have the patience of a saint.
That's funny. All right.
Mind of a devil.
I guess then, yeah, I did my favorite moments before you did yours then, so.
That's
But with that, once again, we end this week. We will be back next week with some more PTU. Next stream will be tomorrow on Games and Tea over here, Edward's channel, for some Scarlet Guard, hopefully, right? We got a game tomorrow?
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then tomorrow night, Scarlet Guard's game will be at 11 a.m. CST my time, 6 p.m. I always forget CEST, your time.
Central European Summertime. Yep.
Yeah. Jeez, that's a long.
Also, yeah, Central
I know,
European
just-
Summertime, dude. It's not that fucking long.
Summertime.
That's what we're in.
No,
Summertime,
it's-
dude.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, and also, MP. So, little bit sort of catch up slash thing for tomorrow. NPC said that there was a teleportation circle in a nearby city, which would lead them exactly to the center of an empire that my PCs do not like. I may have fucked up with that. We'll see how that goes.
ooh. Interesting. Okay.
I did mention it last week.
I know you did, but the fucked up part, like an oops that you
No,
said.
I haven't fucked up with that, but the NPC just realized that.
Oh.
it was a bad idea. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes. So we will be back tomorrow. Be sure to come hang out with us. I will post my stuff really quick. Oops. So this will go up on YouTube right after this, right after we finish and after we raid. And I'm gonna be raiding the only Ryan because he's playing a game called Dark Water. It looks pretty cool. Let me go in and see what it is quick. Dark Water was the I think it's kind of like what's the company one? Lethal Company. But you're underwater, and I think that's the one, right? Like you're like scuba divers collecting stuff.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, so go ahead and check out my YouTube. I post all my streams over there, as well as any future recordings that I plan on doing. I do want to get back to Paper Mario, but I need to find some time for that. And then if you'd like to join the Discord, you can follow this link here. I always post on here, as well as all my friends' Discords, and also on Twitter, so you can see when I go live. If you want to, from none of those, you can give me a follow, and maybe it'll pop up in your phone's notifications, or your Twitch notification also when I go live as well. And yeah, with that, we are gonna go live, or we're gonna go live. We're gonna go raid the only Ryan. Ryan 2Ns. Yeah. Oops. Oh, dang, I keep forgetting that one. I need / raid.
I guess another
That one.
another meaning for Gaibolg
Yeah.
is belly spear.
Billy Spear.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna get going. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to hang out. This has been Roll for Immersion, and we roll the immersion to you. See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.